Let's get nasty on a Thursday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We are live at Enterprise Center for the Blues home and season opener. And boys, it's an electric atmosphere. Maybe not right now inside Enterprise Center, but if you're walking around St. Louis, buzz is going.
Yeah, it is. Oh, let me put my
Jerry
Neuheiser. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to get my microphone down.
All right.
Probably should turn it on, too.
I can't hear myself. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Nope.
Nope. So
Am I on? No, there I am. I wasn't on at all.
There you
Even when I pulled it down, huh?
Nice.
Huh.
There it
Interesting. Well said.
You know what that means?
What's
That means
that?
Illinois this weekend's going to upset Ohio State. It's all about the headset.
I like
The
it.
Illini get it done
Hold
this
on.
weekend.
Let me make sure I show my.
Whoa. Oh,
Great,
the shirt.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one on, too.
What do you got on?
Yeah.
You look like Superman.
No Blues.
Blues, baby. All right, so the Blues open things up tonight against the Minnesota Wilds. What should we keep an eye on tonight as the Blues open things up? Do you guys want to jump in first? You want to hear from Monty?
Well, I think
Dealer's choice on this.
the head coach usually takes precedent, I would
like
say.
it.
Don't you think?
So here's Jim Montgomery after morning skate on the key to getting off on the right foot tonight at Enterprise Center.
I think it's really playing on your toes and trying to get to our identity as quick as we can. The teams like Minnesota did last year, they got their identity right away. They had a great start, and that's the way you want to start the year, is trying to get to your identity. Having watched a lot of games over the last 2 nights, you see some teams that are playing slow, and the teams that are playing fast and playing to their identity know what they're doing when they get the puck. They're playing fast, and it's pretty evident that they're a little bit ahead of the curve.
So, Jamie, how can a hockey team, and maybe even more specifically the Blues, how can you start fast? How can you play fast? Is there a way to do it? Because you got to get everybody on board. It can't just be the first line.
Yeah, no, I think, look, to play fast, and we've talked about this before, it's great to have fast skaters, but it's all about moving the puck quickly, too, getting open for your teammates, filling the gaps, good puck support, chipping the puck in, going and getting it. For me, at the start of the season, it's always a question of what team can establish their forecheck the quickest, because whatever team is able to do that, you usually put a lot more pressure on the opposition. And early on, I don't know if you guys said this in football before, early on, it's actually easier to score goals in the NHL because the defense isn't quite as tight. Nobody has played defense as much. And even though you think you're playing hard in preseason and whatnot, the details that go along with playing defensive hockey are, it's tough. Mm-hmm. And so usually the offenses can strike first, which is why you want to establish your forecheck. Get in there early, get the puck back, keep the puck in the offensive zone, and do your damage that way. So for me, that's the key to playing fast.
I think that tonight it's going to be interesting to see how Monty sets things up. Because obviously with last line change, we're going to get a real look at how Jim Montgomery views his setup and his team right out of the gates. Now, there's always going to be adjustments made. Adjustments could happen on a game-to-game basis. But do you think tactically Monty will do something, or what do you think he'll do tactically when it comes to his line combinations, who's out there first, who's next up, things like that?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to really focus too much on that. Monty this morning and talking to him just following morning skate, he's like, I'm pretty confident in every one of my lines. Like, as far as matchups are concerned, or making sure you're not a certain line out there against Kaprizov or those guys. He's like, we're really strong down the middle of the ice. You got Robert Thomas, Braden Shen, Pius Suter, and Nick Bjugstad. All guys that have played center in the NHL for an extended period of time, and they very smart hockey players. So he's not concerned too much about the matchups. Now, will he try to get favorable matchups at some point? Yeah, anytime you can get Robert Thomas or the Shen line out there against third or fourth line guys or third pair defensemen for the opposition, you want to capitalize on that. As far as everything else goes, I think you're going to see a Blues team, much like we saw at the end of last year, that want to play the game fast, tight checking. Monty wants guys above the puck defensively. All that means, you hear this stuff, the coach lingo, right? He had guys above the puck. What do you mean? They were jumping over
They
the
were
puck?
standing over it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, standing right over it.
Which is good, because a lot of time you want to stand over it so that at least
right above the puck.
But you don't want
that
to
way,
stand on the
not
puck.
on the puck.
but right above it so no one can get it from
Yeah.
you. Yeah, use your stick and your body to stay in front of them.
That'd be a good
that's
idea.
right.
Yeah.
However, that's not what they mean.
Oh,
What they mean is that you're between the puck and the net, your own net. So if you lose the puck on the offensive side of it, you want to get above the puck again. You want to work to get above the puck, which means back check to get on the defensive side. And essentially don't get caught in an outnumbered situation where you're cheating or you're poaching for loose pucks or plays and you're giving up puck position, meaning they get it past you, now you're chasing the opposition. You don't want to be chasing the Minnesota Wild. In particular, Kirill Kaprizov, you don't want to be chasing him. And in the defensive zone, if I'm Monty, you got to be aware of where Kaprizov is at all times. He'll shoot from everywhere. He's scored goals from underneath the goal line, above the goal line, the blue line, the circle. I mean, you name it. He shoots the puck from everywhere. And he's capable of scoring. So it's not like it's a giveaway when he shoots the puck. It's kind of like Ovechkin. Whenever he decides to shoot the puck, like, you have to be aware at that point. So the Blues, I think they're going to have to do a really good job of that.
Well, they have home ice advantage. Here's Monty after morning skate talking about playing at Enterprise Center.
It's pretty big because our schedule it's heavy leaning the first month or so at home. So it's going to be important. We know we love playing in front of our great fans. We know it's going to be loud here tonight, and it's our job to make sure they stay loud. What also helps is the added center depth we have. That we have multiple lines that I feel comfortable that can go out and do the job against them defensively. And because of the veteran center presence we have, the awareness of our centers of getting the job done against, you can't give them second and third chances.
CD, is there something that you're looking for tonight, keeping an eye on?
Well, I think the energy in the building is going to elevate the game. Anytime you're at home, opening night, it's just going to bring a different level of energy, and these fans can help, push you towards victory. It sounds crazy, but you get goosebumps when you're opening night, playoff atmospheres, things like that. When you know that there are high expectations for this team, I'm sure they're going to come in fired up, flying around. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a few guys getting hit into the boards and see some glass shaking. That's what I like to see, Jamie. You know that.
Yeah,
I like to see
you
people
like to shake it.
I like to see it shaking, right, all the time.
Who doesn't?
If you can move it and shake it,
You might as well do it.
you might as well do it and make it happen. So
Well said.
for me, I think the energy itself here. Now, it's not a lot of energy yet, but I can feel it brewing, right?
You're bringing it.
I'm bringing it. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
You're starting.
I'm starting right now.
Yep.
So it'll be here by game time, by the time the puck drops. And, again, I think that that'll help catapult this team to a victory tonight.
Marshy?
For me, it's Jordan Binnington. We talked about him, in the preseason, and we have high expectations for Jordan Binnington. And it's not like Minnesota is a team that's going to, just lay it down and whatnot. Like, they have some really good players. I think Jordan Binnington, with how locked in he seems to be, I'm just excited to see him make a big save. Hopefully, there really aren't that many opportunities for Minnesota, given that we hope the defense limit those opportunities for the Wild. But, Jordan Binnington always makes a huge save, and I'm looking forward to seeing one of those tonight. I'm really excited about him in this season.
Well, tonight we'll have Alex Ferrario in the pregame show right after us at about 6 o'clock, and the puck will drop right around 7 tonight. Probably a little later.
7:10,
7:10,
probably,
7:15.
yeah. Festivities, Anthony.
Maybe about 7:16 we'll get a puck drop. But either way, we'll have all the coverage for you right here on 101 ESPN. We're going to front load a lot of the Blues talk because Jamie's got to get out of here. He's got to do some TV around 3:45. So we're going to front load a lot of our Blues talk and then kind of dive into some other things, including last night the Yankees lose to Mama Rivers Blue Jays.
Yeah, she texted me. Let's see here. Just so we can keep it accurate, is the time of day that she texted me and what she said. It was 9:37 Central Time, so that's 10:37 for Mama Rivers. She says, "How about my Blue Jays?" I go, "I love it." She goes, "Really? I thought you were a Yankees fan." I'm like, "No, I hate the Yankees." I said, "I like Anthony Stalter's dad, but I hate the Yankees." I said, "By the way, I picked the Blue Jays to win it all."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my God, thank you."
I have not heard from my father.
Oh, he's
ticked.
Good luck.
I don't think he's going to call me either.
He might be in the Bronx looking for Aaron Boone.
with those glasses on, he was sitting in the parking lot waiting on you.
Same look that you thought to yourself,
Like, hey,
something's going down. This
I
guy
don't know
looks
what
like
he's
he needs
doing,
to
but he looks like
Yeah.
he's up to something.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
he's pissed off.
Yeah, he's looking for Boone right now. All right, do the Blues have the right mixture of youth and veteran leadership? I would say yes, but what are Jamie's thoughts? And we'll get to those next on 101 ESPN.
One ESPN.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN live from Enterprise Center with Jamie Rivers, Kerry Davis, and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Do the Blues have the right mixture of youth and veteran leadership? I remember reading the articles ahead of either the World Series that the Astros had played in, or maybe it was just during their one World Series run. And there were some of the players, some of the younger players at the time, guys like Alex Bregman and I don't know if Jose Altuve was necessarily young at that point, but some of the younger players were talking about the impact that Carlos Beltran had made from a veteran leadership standpoint. Now, what we know now is that Carlos Beltran helped them bang on trash cans and
Anthony.
I don't know what help he provided.
Anthony, that's a former Cardinal you're talking about.
Yeah. And when he was with the Cardinals, he was an upstanding human being and baseball player. When we went to Houston, some things happened, you know?
Sometimes it's the people you're around.
Yeah.
I mean, they had great communication, though. That's pretty impressive.
Nonetheless, yeah, they all got on the same
like
page.
Did you see Seattle yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Was
it
it Naylor?
Yeah, Adam Wainwright was not pleased.
Oh, yeah.
Upset.
Wainwright was pissed.
Yeah, as a former pitcher, he couldn't have been too happy. But the fact remains that, Houston had the right mix of veteran and youth. The more the local example of that would be in 2006. I don't know how many times I chatted with the late, great Chris Duncan when he talked about in 2006 when he was a rookie and guys like Brad Thompson were a young player and a handful of other young players that had to step up because of injuries, how impactful the veteran players were that had played in 2004. Jim Edmonds, Scott Rowland, obviously Albert, guys that helped the young guys settle down, understand what the postseason was going to be about, even something from a ticket standpoint. Hey, this is what you can expect from people coming out of the woodwork asking you for tickets. Here's how you can handle all that, and it was huge. Carey, I'm sure you have your own example of it. So my point is, do the Blues have the right mix of youth and veteran leadership? I look at this roster, and I would say unequivocally yes. But, Jamie, what are your thoughts?
I think they've got a real nice mix of veteran guys and younger players. Let's not forget that some of the guys that are veterans now, are still young. So, like your Jake Neighbors, your Robert Thomas, your Jordan Kyrou, it's not like they're the 35-year-old grizzled vet on the roster, yet they're playing a big part in it. And you even have, I'll say, lower scale, and that's with no disrespect, but you've got guys like Nathan Walker that is a leader. Alex Torpchenko is a leader as well. They say things by their actions, not necessarily always by their words. So when you take into consideration the entire roster and you look at who's leading what and where, I think they have a really, really good blend of younger player, middle-aged player, we'll call it, and then the grizzled vet. And that's what you need. I think if you're going to have a successful team, you have to have that.
Yeah, I agree. I think you have guys that have won championships that are veteran players now. Colton Parayko, Robert Thomas, Jordan Bennington. Like, those guys have the championship pedigree. They've been on a championship team. You got younger guys like Mayu and Snuggerud who have no clue what the hell is going on and what tonight is going to bring. They're like, I'm just happy to be here. Then you got older veteran guys who haven't yet won a championship but are seeking in the Pew Suitors and the Bukestad. Like, you got a mixture of everything. And to me, when you have that group of guys that have done it, guys that are young that have no clue, that's always wonderful because they literally have no clue what the hell is going on. And then you got veteran guys who are been in the league, played 800 games, never sniffed a Stanley Cup final, but want to be there. Like, they're eager and hungry to have that opportunity. Like, I think that's the great mixture. That is a great mixture to have of players because everybody understands, look, this is what we did and how we did it. Look, I've never done it, so let's try to get to it. And then the younger guys they're all ears. They're doing whatever it takes to make sure that they're a part of it. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for this team to push forward this season.
Well, and the Blues have a ton of character players. We always talk about that, right? You just brought up Jake Neighbors. How long have you been clamoring for him to maybe be the next captain of this team? This guy's 23 years old.
Yeah.
He feels like he's been in the league and talks like he's been in the league for over 10 years. That's something that the Blues always key in on, and I think that in itself can allow you to become just a better team in general if you're all if you're all together like we are, of course. I think that in itself could propel a team that maybe doesn't have the most talent compared to other teams around the league, but can make them a championship-type team.
You know, Waterboy in the snake bit brings up a really good point. The transition is perfect here. Waterboy said, same in Toy Story. You have the older toys who are helping the younger toys along, but the old toys are still learning new stuff from the brand new toys, each helping each other out.
That makes sense.
But apparently,
makes a lot of
Anthony, you
sense.
always end up going back to Woody.
Well, speaking of that, Joe Vitale discussed veteran leadership yesterday with us.
Players like Connor McDavid, players like Sidney Crosby, if I could sum it up, I'll sum it up this way. They play the game like there's a whole nother level that they're trying to get to. What I mean by that is if you go to the American Hockey League, you're watching guys grind away, skate, play physical. They're just going all out. Why? Because they want to get to the NHL. They want that next step. Here you got these superstars in the NHL like Crosby, and they are playing like there's a whole nother level they still want to get to, while everyone around them is just complacent or just satisfied that they've already made it to the very top. That's the best way I can explain it. And when you have leaders like that, it just makes everyone around you better because they're certainly leading by example.
It really matters in the postseason, but I would imagine also through the grind of an 82-game season, or for you guys 16 games, which a lot of guys that are young, obviously they're not playing that many in college. Even when you were playing, it played even less.
11.
11 games,
Maybe
and all
12.
of a sudden you get to November, you're like, holy smokes, we still have 2 more months.
That rookie wall is a real
Well, and it's funny you just said that because talking to Braden Shen this morning, Bernie and I were sitting there talking to him just, about the season and whatnot. And a couple things he said. He said Logan Mailloux is way better than advertised. He's like, I know Army has been, cautious about saying too much because obviously we traded a very good young player. But he says in this locker room, this guy has been way better than advertised. Apparently he was the fastest skater on the team when they did their testing as well. Which,
wow.
Yeah. So the big boy can get around, and Braden Shen said that he's excited to watch him play like on a regular basis. Next thing he said was that Jimmy Snuggerud, it's really awesome that he's starting on the first line. It's really great for the kid to have that kind of hockey IQ, that kind of ability, that kind of connection, chemistry with those two other players, Thomas and Buchnevich. But he's like, we all have to be realistic too. Because he goes, right now everybody's got him scoring 40. He's like, I hope he scores 40. I hope he gets 50. But he's like, he's never played 82 games. And there's going to be a wall. Whether it's physically or emotionally, there'll be a wall. And there might be both.
Right.
It might be a physical wall that leads to an emotional wall because your body's not able to do what your brain wants to do. Now you're doubting yourself. Now you're angry. Now you're frustrated. So he cautioned kind of everybody, not the fan base because he's not talking to everybody out there. He was talking to us. But he's like, let's really enjoy watching Jimmy Snuggerud play and realize that he is going to be a big help to this team, but we'll see how he handles the full schedule.
Going back to the Logan Mailloux comment you just made, what do players think when front office, the people in the front office, in this case Doug Armstrong, brings in a guy like Logan Mailloux? You get rid of Zach Bolduc, by the way, scored a goal last night in a Canadians loss.
What, 82?
Oh, no.
Yep.
So my math is okay?
He's on pace for 82.
And you know what?
I don't trust your math.
You know
that's
what,
for
Anthony?
sure.
The Canadians are on pace to lose 82 games at that rate as well.
Wow.
But, they lost.
He did it.
Well, you didn't question him.
But what?
His math.
Well, he went to college.
He went to college too.
Yeah, but I went a little bit more north.
Yeah.
Anyways, what
Fire
are,
up chips,
Funny,
baby.
Carey didn't say he went to college, huh?
No,
He played football.
I did play football. Let's make sure we know that.
what are players thinking? When they bring in a guy like this, does it give them a little bit more confidence in the team as a whole? Jamie.
Tony.
You got the engineer?
Nobody's safe, Anthony.
You know what? I respect it. Dang. I did not see that coming.
That was a first.
Well done, Jamie. Well done.
I don't remember the question.
I don't know.
Is there more confidence where you're like, oh wow, like Doug Armstrong, the rest of this group, they really believe in us that we're going to take that next step because they're bringing in players. They know what we need in this group. Like, what is a player thinking during that?
Well, I'd be lying if players don't actually discuss transactions. They do, whether it's a trade, a signing, whatever. It's not like, well, I just show up and play and I do my job. Yes, that part is true, but the other part is true where if you're sitting there, talking to your teammate, you're going to, okay, Army traded Boldy. I kind of like that guy. He scores some goals fast. Yeah, but I heard this kid's pretty good, man. And then he arrives at camp, like, he's bigger than I thought, too. See him skate. The guy can skate. Like, all of a sudden, it's like, okay, you get excited. It's just like, it's actually, the trade process is very much the same for the individuals involved in the trade as it is for the teammates of the two players.
Right, absolutely.
Because at
There's
first
relationships there.
You're disappointed. You're not sure. Like, I don't know about this kid. He played 7 games in Montreal, and he has a little bit of a past. And then he gets you. Hey, this guy's good. As soon as he's snapping that tape to you when you're in full stride, you don't care.
Right.
You don't care.
Yeah.
Or if you get buried and this guy comes in and thumps somebody, you're like, okay, he can stay. He can stay.
Yeah, it goes to the Fred Hall.
Yep. You don't care at all. But
who is this guy?
It, poor Twister. But yeah, you don't really care. You just want to win hockey games. You want to play well, and as much as you want team success, you also want individual success for yourself and your teammates. Because if everybody's having successful seasons, odds are you're winning hockey games.
Yeah. All right, that's Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, and Anthony Stalter. Speaking of Marsh, he's got what's trending for you next.
Catch TMA this Wednesday morning from
It's Fastline on 101 ESPN live from Enterprise Center. Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter, and here is Andrew Marsh with What's Trending.
Ooh, gentlemen, this is spicy, as the kids say. By kids, I mean Jamie Rivers. Our guy, Marty Kilcoyne. Fox 2 Now, a little article on the interweb. According to a new report from Puerto Rican newspaper El Vocero, Yadier Molina was quoted as saying, right now we're in contact with St. Louis to coach the Cardinals and help Ali Marmol. He's still the manager, but I'd be there by his side.
For when he gets fired.
Nothing is concrete yet, but we are working on it. So Yadier Molina in contact with the Cardinals on a coaching job per report. And that was, El Vocero. That was translated, of course. But what are your thoughts on this?
I think it's great. I think it's perfect.
I had some thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
I had some thoughts.
You sound more skeptical than I do, so go for it.
So hear me out. Like, do the Cardinals know that they're in talks with Yachty? Because Yachty is a very, we'll call it assertive human being. And Yachty knows that if he gets some airtime, print time, whatever it is, in the newspaper, article, or website, all of a sudden, all the roads lead back to the Cardinals. Hey, you guys are bringing back Yachty. Yeah, you'd be a great bench coach. Yeah. And Daniel Descalso, meanwhile, was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa. Who said that?
Who said that? What? Well, Yachty said he's coming back. Oh, yeah. So now the Cardinals, if it's not quite accurate, the Cardinals now, Chaim Bloom, way to start your career off, would have to say, well, actually, it's not factual. We haven't talked to Yachty yet.
Fire him.
What the hell? This guy, Mo Zaylock was bad. This guy's worse. This guy doesn't want Yachty. So I'm skeptical a little bit because Yachty is known for when he wants something, he goes and gets it, or he does it. And so I don't know. I think it would be good, but I look at it too as you're Ali Marmol, man. If you got Yachty or Molina right there, and you lose 3 games in a row, what do you think the fan base is going to be screaming? Lisa's going to be screaming so loud.
Well, she already has her opinion.
She does. She wants the lady.
She doesn't scream, though.
She
nice
texts
woman.
loud.
Yeah.
She
Loud
does
text
text in all
messages.
caps, which means she's yelling.
That usually does mean that. I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, I think if you are confident and competent and trust yourself as a manager, you want competent coaches around you. You want people that know the game, that have coached the game, that have played the game, whatever the case may be, at a high level, and they understand how to help you in certain situations. There is no coach, no manager, no whatever it is that knows every single thing in every single game in every single aspect. So when you have multiple people around you that are capable of assisting you, that's why they're called assistant coaches. They are there to assist the head coach. Most people think they're there to assist the other players, but they are there to assist the head coach. So if you have competent people around you, I think that makes your team better, and it does help you in many situations. So I think Ali has shown, us, this city, the Cardinals organization, that he is comfortable in his own skin with having people around him that are competent. And some people may say, oh, that person's there to take your job. I don't think Ali worries about that, because I think he's confident in what he's doing and how he's doing his job.
I think this could be a potential great thing. We have talked about Yachty not being perhaps ready for all of what comes with being a manager. The baseball execution stuff, we know that Yachty will be phenomenal with that if he does become a manager. His communication with younger players and everything like that, I would assume, would also be very good too. His tutelage. Is he prepared to talk to the media twice a day? Is he prepared to be scrutinized for every decision he makes, from the lineup to the bullpen decisions? I don't know. I don't think so. So this might be a nice dip your toe in the water situation. He helps out Ali, make sure that this is something that he does want to do, and then you can go from there.
Guys, yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, maybe it was Tuesday or Monday. I can't remember which day it is.
It's Thursday.
See, it's
is
not that
Thursday.
easy.
You're right. You're right.
Not
I
that
was
easy.
criticizing you yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we were talking. It couldn't have been Monday, because Monday Night Football featured the Chiefs and the Jags, and we saw Chris Jones maybe give up on a play. Maybe is not the word. He gave up on that play.
Yeah.
And Carey here was very critical of him.
He said, I'm not going to do it. You do it.
Exactly. Well, Rob Collins of Fox 4 Kansas City.
Jamie's brother.
What?
Jamie Collins.
Phil's brother.
I got you, brother.
Phil Collins.
That's good, too.
Yeah.
Either way, he posted on X, Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones on watching the Trevor Lawrence touchdown. It's a teaching moment. For me, it was tough. I had the opportunity. I just thought he was down. It's my job not to think. It's my job to finish. I'll be better at it. Is that a better quote for you guys?
That's much better. I like that much better than what he said
Yeah.
after the game. Well, we got to no. Yeah, we do, but your ass do too. You got to be better, brother. We were all chasing him. You were not. So I think he must have watched the film again. Sometimes right after the game, you haven't seen the film, obviously. You don't have the video to kind of tell what you did. And I told you all, when people fall, players stop. It's a natural habit because in practice, when people fall, the play's blown dead more times than not because you don't want people piling on top of each other and reaching for a quarterback. If a ball is on the ground, you don't want the quarterback reaching and getting injured over, something silly. So sometimes when people fall, everyone stops. I was at the Illinois-Purdue game this past weekend. The quarterback fell or he dropped the ball towards the goal line. Everyone stopped. He picked it up, ran into the end zone. So
Should this be a strategy employed now?
no, it's a terrible idea.
Just to fall down.
But you do know.
2
I
for
don't know
2
if you,
last weekend.
I don't know if you remember
Jared
that
Goff?
Jared Goff did that.
Yeah.
He faked like he
He
stumbled,
faked like he stumbled.
which everyone did. I'm just faking. I'm going to throw this touchdown pass.
Yeah.
So
See?
when people fall,
You just laughed at my strategy.
Yeah,
However, it has worked.
it has. It's not a
Now
great.
it's worked 3 times.
It's not a great strategy to
3 for 3.
Yeah,
I've
that
never
one was. Yeah, nah.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, in college, though, if you're the quarterback, you fall down.
Yeah,
You're
so
down.
the Purdue quarterback didn't fall. He actually just dropped the ball.
Gotcha.
Picked it up. Like I said, everything stops when people drop the ball or they fall. He dropped the ball, picked it up, and ran for the touchdown. Funny, we dropped the ball, same situation. Luke Altmaier picked it up, and he got tackled on like the 3-yard line. So it was 3 for 4 now. Okay.
Darn it.
I think you're making that last.
Still
I'm not.
75%.
I'm not.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't put
Hopefully
the ball
Illinois doesn't drop the ball against Ohio State this
Oh,
weekend.
wow.
Literally and metaphorically.
in. Yeah. We're going to take care of business.
Are you?
Yep. Let me see where I got on. I'm representing. Yep.
IL.
I.
MIZ.
ZOU.
baby.
Fire up.
Chips.
We got them all.
Get everybody covered.
UND?
You and me.
Yeah,
You and me.
No.
You know me.
UND proud. I'm sure you guys
Oh, yeah.
forgot about
We're
that.
working on that
Let's
one.
do it again.
Wait, hang on. So we've got ILL, INI, we got MIZ, ZOU, and we got ND, be proud.
No, it's UND
Be proud.
proud. Hashtag UND
Oh.
proud. That's the hashtag.
What's
Proud.
the chant?
Well, there's a lot of.
UND.
There's a lot of different.
What's the main one?
Well, of course, they're not the Fighting Sioux anymore, but
No.
it used to be. Oh, jeez.
I can't remember.
Sue, yeah, and then everybody else would say,
We're gonna
yeah,
sue
Sue,
ya.
Sue.
We're going to sue your ass.
Sue,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it
Sue,
a legal
Sue.
school?
What?
Is it a legal school? Like lawyers?
Sue.
Law school?
Like Sue.
Oh no,
S-U-
yeah. I don't know if it's considered a law school, but there are you go there for law.
But you're saying sue, yeah.
Sue you. Like
No.
sue you.
Sue
Sue you.
Sue you.
No, you sue
everybody.
Sue everybody.
Who's
sued?
Everybody's getting sued. Yeah.
No, that's
No?
not it.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
it is an aviation school though.
Oh.
A lot of aviation kids there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is great. I think we learned a lot about March's school.
Yeah. UND. Proud.
That's kind of weird.
I shouldn't have
It
said
doesn't
anything.
flow
No.
well. Which are you? We'll,
I went to Lindenwood too.
We'll workshop it.
I went there as well.
What are they?
I only went there for 2 years
Oh,
though.
man.
I wasn't
I don't
not
know.
as
We're
ingrained.
LUFU.
Yeah, something
Maybe.
like that.
It could be the new one.
Are they the Tigers?
Florida University.
Are they the Tigers?
That's actually UF.
I don't know.
The
Lindenwood
Lindenwood?
Tigers?
No, it's Lions.
Lions.
LU. I don't know.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Go Lions.
To all our proud Lindenwood alum, let me apologize.
I do apologize.
for
It's
this
in the.
Fast Lane show.
I was in the category. It's a cat.
You got it's
It is a
Lindenwood.
cat.
It's a
Lions.
cat.
It's a
It's a
cat.
big
It's a
cat.
cat.
I know it's
Yeah,
a category, but
yeah, come on.
But you know, Kerry, he gets stuck on the
I
Tigers.
listen.
He wants the Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Go Lions. Go Lions.
Fire up chips.
Yeah,
Fire up chips.
yeah,
Fire
you
up
like
those
that one.
chips.
Yeah. Who are my chips
All
playing
right.
this week? Let's see here. Maybe nope, they're off. Yep, they needed it
Well,
after
they needed a week
the
off.
Akron
Yeah,
game.
they did.
Yep.
Sips.
All right. Blues Cues is next. If you got any blues-related questions, send in to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. We'll answer your blues-related questions next in the Fast Lane.
It's time for the Fast Lane's Blues Cues.
Live from Enterprise Center, it is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Jamie Rivers, Kerry Davis, and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Here's your chance to ask us any Blues-related question that you have. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Marshy.
Let's start with the 636. What would have to happen for Logan Mailloux to be elevated to the second pair? I can't imagine Monty wanting two guys that young and inexperienced on the second pair.
I don't think that matters at all, to be honest. I mean, Philip Broberg, do we look at him as unable to be a top four defenseman?
No.
I don't. I look at him as a top four defenseman on almost any team in the NHL, quite honestly. If that's the case, then whoever plays with him is going to be just fine. As far as Logan Mailloux being elevated, there's a couple things we have to remember here, guys. One, Justin Falk would have to play his way out of that spot, which we don't want. Because if that happens, that means things aren't going well. So as a Blues fan base, you want Justin Falk to have a fantastic season. You want to make sure that he's playing so well that you almost slow play a Logan Mailloux. But if you want more ice time for Logan Mailloux, you find some power play time. You find some penalty kill time. You find a regular shift. Like, there are ways to do that to give him extra ice without necessarily demoting or punishing another player if that player isn't deserving of being demoted. So I think the only thing people have to do right now is just pump the brakes for Snuggerud and Mailloux. Let's let them establish who they are in this league before we start propping them up or putting them down.
From the 314, on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you about the condensed schedule causing season-changing injuries?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. We were talking to front office people the other day about the Olympics and how they plan on handling it. And Doug Armstrong was pretty honest. He said, listen, if we're well into a playoff spot, he said the plan is to give these guys rest at some point. Come back from the Olympic break, get them a couple of games here, a game off for one. Maybe not all of them out at the same time, but he said, if we're in a dogfight, yeah, well, you're playing.
Right. Yeah. And that's just the reality of the situation. What else are you going to do?
Yeah, we're not sitting guys out if we're in a dogfight for a playoff spot. So as far as a condensed schedule, I think that all you can do as an organization is manage your team the way you always do. You don't want to specify or make it a specialty season for the entire club when there's only 2 or 3 guys that can be affected by it. So if I'm the Blues, I just go about my business the way I would be doing it, and then post-Olympics, like Army said, you reevaluate where you're at right now as a team, what you need to do, what the bumps and bruises are for some of your players that maybe were in the Olympics, and you find them some days off. Because those guys, if they miss a practice or 2 during the week because you give them a day off, it's not going to affect them. It's not, because they've already played so much more hockey. So I think building in rest for some of these guys is the key to trying to keep them going.
From the 636, will Logan Cooley be a Blue either by trade or RFA at the end of the season? He is coming here.
Did I miss something?
The only thing that I can think of is that Logan Cooley and Jimmy Snuggerud were line mates at Minnesota in college hockey. Another player on that line was Matthew Nyes.
Well, let's get them all here.
And he's not coming here, so. But, hey, I mean, why not, right? He did turn down that contract, so maybe there's something there. I highly doubt it, though. I can't imagine Utah wanting to trade one of their young, upcoming forwards to a team in their own division that's already stacked.
No. He's an RFA. He'll be with the Utah Mammoth, and that owner has very deep pockets and plenty of money to cover any offer sheet that might come their way. They'll find a way to get Logan Cooley signed. Would I like him wearing a blue note? Sure, that'd be awesome. Do I think it's going to happen? No, absolutely not. I don't.
From the 217, who is the starting 5 tonight for Jim Montgomery? We know that last year he loved putting that 4th line out there to start games. A little bit different looking 4th line, though. Who do you think he starts the season off with?
Yeah, I don't know. It all depends on who the Wild start, right? Like if the Wild start their 4th line, I'm sure Monty would probably counter with Robert Thomas and his line as well as Parayko and Fowler. If the Wild start Kaprizov, I don't know if it changes anything. I don't know if Monty has a specific line he wants out there against Kaprizov. For me, I think no matter what, Robert Thomas, his line with Parayko and Fowler and Bennington, those are the 6 guys starting the game for me.
From the 402, do you think the Blues are encouraging Carbonneau to play? He didn't go to the. I'll just ask the question. But from the 402, do you think the Blues are encouraging Carbonneau to play at the NCAA level for a bigger benefit to his development in the future? He did not end up playing NCAA. He went back to the Q. So maybe if you want to touch upon that, because he's not playing. I think he would have went to where? Boston College?
It was Boston College, yeah.
Boston College, which is a great program in college hockey, but he went back to the Q.
Yeah, he went back to junior hockey specifically because he wanted to attend an NHL camp. And the one thing that the NCAA, oddly enough, at this point, is still holding players back in hockey anyways, is if you're drafted, you cannot attend a pro camp until you leave school, until you decide that you're done playing collegiate athletics or hockey, for this matter. So Justin Carbonneau decided to go back to junior hockey because he wanted to get that experience of coming to main camp and seeing, what the goal is, what's left to do as far as his work is concerned. So I don't think the Blues said anything, to be honest, about that. I think that they let the player and the family and the agent or his advisors or whoever, his camp, do all that. Because the last thing you want to do as a team is, offer or tell a kid you want him to do a certain thing, and then it's the wrong thing, and he's not happy, and then he's pissed off at the team, and then all of a sudden the Blues held him back from being the player that he was. And not that any of that would be true, but let the kid make his decision. He made his decision. He'll have a really good year at junior hockey in the Quebec League, and he'll come back and he'll want to be fighting for a spot.
From the 636, we'll do one more here. Jamie, tell us about a time where you delivered a welcome to the NHL moment on a rookie. That's a real thing, isn't it?
Like what? Like a hit?
Hit.
Could be a hit. Yeah, I mean, typically that's usually what it is.
Yeah.
Unless somebody was starstruck by you, of course.
It happens quite a bit. Never. But I'm trying to think of a moment. At Jamal Mayer's one time, training camp. Jamal was he was in college, and so I turned pro. There's the rule I just said. He hadn't left, and Jamal was coming through training camp, coming through the middle of the ice with his head down.
Uh-oh. Smoked him.
You
got to keep your head on the swivel.
got to keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's weird because I love Jamal. Jamal was drafted the same year as me. We have pictures together. It's funny as hell, too, Carey, because I've got this long hair going, mullet. And Jamal's got the kid and play flat top going, and we look back at those draft pictures like, oh, my God, what were those kids thinking? But, no, that wasn't like a welcome to the NHL, but it was like, you can't go through the middle with your head down. It's one thing.
Sebastian Aho learned that the other night.
He sure did. Sure did. I can't remember specifically targeting a rookie or be like, hey, welcome to the league. My job was to just target everybody. And it didn't matter if you're 10 years in the league or 10 days in the league. If I'm not hitting you, I'm not doing my job, which means it might be my goodbye to the NHL if I don't do that.
Hit everybody. Let the paramedics
sort them out.
I've seen that
Women
in
and children to
documentary.
bed.
Yeah.
Go looking for dinner.
You're darn right. It's Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN with Jamie Rivers, Kerry Davis, and Andrew Marsh and Anthony Stalter. We're going to have some bold predictions for the Blues for the 2025-2026 season when we return here in the Fast Lane live from Enterprise Center.
Blues home opener on 101 ESPN.
3:04, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Jamie Rivers, Kerry Davis, and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. We are at Enterprise Center for, of course, the Blues season and home opener.
There's a cough button for that,
Yeah,
Anthony.
that's all right. You're all right.
I was a little slow to the trigger
Sniffle
on that
button.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
sniffle button.
You're going to be just fine. Just fine. By the way, the Blues will start Thomas, Snuggerud, Shen, Buchnevich, Fowler. That'd be the first power play unit, and the Neighbors, Kyrou, Suter, Holloway, and Falk would be the seconds.
Yeah.
Bold predictions for our Blues.
This is season or a night?
No, season.
Season.
Yeah.
Well, I think the easiest bold prediction is that Jimmy Snuggerud will win the Rookie of the Year. It's bold. It's low-hanging fruit, but he is not the favorite. Demidov in Montreal is currently the favorite.
Bless you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we'll see how that works out. And having talked earlier about the amount of games that Snuggerud's going to have to play this year, it could be more of a challenge than we're letting it on to be.
Okay.
I will go with Logan Mailloux will lead all defensemen in points.
All in the NHL or
the whole
on the
NHL?
team?
No, on the team.
Okay.
On this team.
Got it.
You want action on that?
Hell no. Not when you say it like that.
No,
Do
yeah,
I
that's
look
a
like
good-
I'm crazy?
That's a good
Well-
call, Kerry. You know what you just did? You just told your pride and your ego to sit the fast
The way
lane
he
down.
said it,
Yeah.
it didn't sound like it was a good deal. It
No,
sounded terrible.
No, I think you got. I think you're onto something there.
You
When-
don't.
when-
I know you well enough.
When BT used to be on the show, it was the same deal. Any Cardinals thing, you make a prediction, and as soon as
You
BT
wanna bet
goes,
that?
you want that? Nope.
No, thank you.
No, I do not.
Matter of fact, I might want to change it now.
Yep.
Colton Parayko will lead all the defensemen on the team.
You want action on that?
Nah, see, I don't like where you're going with this now.
Is it Broberg you're thinking?
Nope.
Oh.
What the hell are you thinking?
Cam Fowler,
The old salty vet.
first power play guy, boys. First guy over the
Yeah.
boards every power play is Cam
That's-
Fowler.
Yeah, that's pretty good. My bold prediction is that the Blues will win count them, 2 playoff series.
Ooh, I like
that, Anthony.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that anytime you want.
Thank you. I think that they have,
Just 2?
well, at least 2.
At least.
Okay.
He did word that correctly.
Thank you.
Okay, just
at
checking.
least 2.
He didn't
playoff
limit
series.
them to 2, but he said at least 2.
I'm just looking
you,
out
Jamie.
for you because I know there's somebody that is sitting in this room that might try and twist your words.
Listen, Doty doesn't
Somebody-
have a microphone.
Jody's he's eating his popcorn
He's
there.
fine.
Minding
He's
his
fine.
business.
Yeah.
I don't think he
I'm
meant
not
Doty.
worried. I'm
I
not
don't
worried
like
about
you
Doty.
bad-mouthing Doty.
I think he was talking about
There it is.
somebody on this
Yeah.
side,
They're gonna.
On your side?
on this side of the table.
Well, Doty is kind of on
This
that
side.
second side.
Yeah.
He's on that side.
They're going to win at least 2 playoff
There you go.
series. They have the elements of a playoff team. They got a strong blue line that I believe will only get better the more comfortable that Logan Mailloux is. They've got, I should have started with this, they've got outstanding goaltending. I do not see Jordan Binnington taking a step back at all this year. And the games that Joel Hofer plays, Joel Hofer can handle playing. I mean, how many starts do you think he makes? 35, 40?
I think it's going to have to be somewhere in the 30 to 35, especially if Jordan Binnington, as we imagine, he'll play for Team Canada. You'll want to get him some rest.
So let's say he plays 35. I think Joel Hofer will be just fine, and I think they've got depth scoring. I realize they don't have Connor McDavid, they don't have Nathan McKinnon yet. They don't have that top end scorer, but they do have scoring in bunches, and they can score from every line. So I think they've got all the elements, and of course, I got Jim Montgomery to put it all together. What I don't know, and maybe you could share more on this, Jamie, is the PK and the power play. Do you feel good about the special teams?
Well, we'll
this year?
see. I mean, they're both going to look quite a bit different than they did last year. So to take last year's model and superimpose it on this season and try to predict, I don't feel like I'm comfortable doing that.
Sure.
And I'm quite honestly, I'm not happy that you asked.
It's none of your damn business, and I appreciate if you stay out of my personal affairs.
You're a weird guy, Ace. Marsh, what's your bold prediction?
My bold prediction is that
Dalibor
Dalibor Dvorsky will be playing third-line minutes come playoff time. He will be on the team playing third-line minutes. He'll be on that wing. He'll be a winger. Won't be a centerman. He'll be a winger.
Oh, Marshy.
So who takes a step back to allow that to
Oh,
happen?
wow, Anthony. That was brutal.
Who takes a step back? Maybe someone doesn't need to take a step back. Maybe something happens
Can't
where
all be playing great.
They
If
all
you're going to have
can't
the
play
young
at the
guy
same
come
time.
in. You know
Someone's
what I
got to
mean?
be playing better than someone.
Yep.
Well, it looks like he'll be playing better than whoever would take that spot. So
What?
Yeah, no.
Who? You don't want to give a name?
I
does
think
he
everyone has
replace?
an idea who might be
Nah,
playing that.
we
third
don't
line.
want to assume.
I can't
You know what they
even
say
think of
about
the roster
assuming.
right now. I forget.
What?
Who do you?
I can't remember who's on the third line.
I can't either.
Hey.
We're all
Oh, interesting.
olds.
Well, it's a revolving door at this point, so I can't see why he can't grab that spot and be what Robert Thomas was for that 2019 team, where he went in there and took over that third line winger spot.
Who did
Who
he take
did
that
he
spot
replace?
from?
Who did he take that spot from, or who will Dalibor Dvorsky
No,
take?
who did
that-
Robert Thomas take that spot from?
Oh gosh, I can't really remember.
That's terrible.
Do you remember?
Nope.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
No, I do not.
If I could remember, it's probably either Zach Sanford or Sammy Blais, because those were the next two dudes.
No,
That would-
Sanford played with O'Reilly and Perron.
That's
in the
right. So
playoffs.
maybe it was Blais, because then Blais
Blake
ended
came
up,
in the fourth line a couple of times during that run when Barbie and Sonny got suspended.
right.
So yeah, I can't remember who the hell these Scratches were.
Yeah, who?
Robbie Fabry.
Oh, that's
Coming
right.
Robbie
off the
Fabry
injury.
is the guy that Robert Thomas, I think, took his spot.
I don't think he was even injured though. Like he was injured
He
throughout
was
his
injured.
time in St. Louis, but
wasn't
he
hurt.
played in that playoff. He
He
had
did.
actually had a big goal against Dallas.
He had a huge goal.
You sore? You are. Yeah.
I don't
You
feel
hurt?
sore, Coach.
Yeah, you are. Your knee hurts.
I thought you were asking me. I'm like, I'm always sore.
Oh, no, not you. We know you.
I knew what you were doing, CD.
I didn't know. I was looking right into my soul there for a minute.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, no, Coach, you can't go.
Any other bold predictions here?
Well, who was it?
I'll take that as a no.
Somebody predicted that Bennington could win the Vezina Trophy.
Oh, that was our guy from yesterday that we talked
Nick
about.
Kypreos?
Nick Kypreos. He had the Blues winning the Central, had the Blues winning the Cup, had Jordan Bennington winning the Vezina, and Jim Montgomery winning the Jack Adams Award. He is all in on St. Louis this year.
Well, what's funny, though, is once you predict one of those things, all of those other things are kind of a result of that.
Yeah.
So if you predicted the Blues to win the Stanley Cup,
Probably have all those
in order
things.
for them to win, Jim Montgomery did a hell of a job. You've got Jordan Bennington played
Right.
fantastic. Like, all of those things are a product of winning.
Well, I was wondering when I looked at that article if maybe he had the Blues winning based on the way that they play in the playoffs with their heavy style, and maybe they don't end up winning the division because it's possible to win the Stanley Cup and not win your division. But he has the Blues winning the Central, which is really impressive considering all the teams that are in there.
Very true.
It's going to be a tough division.
It's Fastline on 101 ESPN. Chris Kerber is going to join us next. Kerbs is right next door here to us, and he'll come through the door, and he'll share his thoughts on opening night here on 101 ESPN. Fastline on 101 ESPN, live from Enterprise Center ahead of the Blues Wild home opener for the Blues, season opener as well. And one of the men that will be on the call tonight for the FanDuel Sports Network and 101 ESPN is our guy Chris Kerber, play-by-play voice of the Blues. And Kerbs, I know you've seen better days from a health standpoint. We're glad you're okay. After,
yep, all good.
Yeah, getting in a wreck, but
good.
We're glad you're okay, and you're ready, I know, for some Blues hockey. We just had the conversation about Blues bold predictions for this upcoming season. Do you have one off the top of your head that's even semi-bold that you could see happening, but it might be a little
I think
risky?
a bold prediction, but I still think it is possible, is the Blues win the Central Division. I keep looking at this way. I'm going to pose a question, and I'm going to tell you I can come up with a whole bunch of reasons why they couldn't do this, right? But I could also come up with a few why they could, right? And I was watching one of the skates during the preseason. I looked over at Matt DeFranks, and I said, why can't this team win a Stanley Cup this year? And he started listing a bunch of reasons, and they all made a lot of sense. But at the same time, you still got to play the game. And I look at and put all the ifs involved. Like, if you put all the ifs involved in there, you get it. But, you know, we're talking Robert Thomas could have a 90 to 100-point season if he's healthy and continues the whole year under Jim Montgomery. The key to one of our guys having one of those kind of seasons is a power play that's clicking from day one and not half a season, right? Mm-hmm. And he still had back-to-back 80-point seasons. I look at the defensive group. Yeah, you're young in that bottom pairing, right? And even Broberg, but they're good. And if we talk about young players performing and doing great in other organizations, why not this one? So I just look at that. This is going to be a brutally tough Central Division. So from a bold prediction standpoint, we've got the goaltending. I think we have the defense. I really like the offense. I mean, there's going to be growing pains with Jimmy Snuggerud, I'm sure. But none of these guys look like they don't fit. Mm-hmm. So why can't the Jimmy Snuggerud do what Robertson did with Dallas a couple of years ago, right? And if one of those things happens, this team's going to be a little higher up than people are predicting.
Curbs, I was looking at, we've been talking about Logan Mailloux, some of the new additions. Jamie was saying how fast he is on his skates. What do you make of him, and what have you seen from him so far this preseason?
You know, for me, well, Jamie having played the position is the one to really break him down. But for me, he just hasn't looked out of place. Mm-hmm. You know, you're going to see some mistakes that they may want to stick in a different position when you talk to a coach or find out, or, you know, someone like Jamie would see that right off the bat.
They made Jamie tie his stick down.
Yeah, just keep it on the ice. Sorry, keep it on the ice.
Yeah. So when I went to Boston, and nobody had told me this before, you know, you used to run around and try to hit guys in defensive zone. Like the best defense was to put the guy on his ass. And you know, Jimmy Roberts used to say he can't score from his ass. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to bend the knees and plow through this guy. Well, you'd have your stick up off the ice. And so I got to Boston, and Robbie Ftorek, who's a wonderful psychopath in the game of hockey. He's like, in his Boston accent, I got to do it in his accent, it doesn't work. He's like, why is your stick up in the air all the time? I'm like, what? He's like, every time you hit, they pass the puck past you. And we had played a couple of games where I'm like, yeah, I'm laying guys up, but they're still getting opportunities. I'm like, maybe he's on something. So I tried. The next practice I showed up, every one of my sticks had like 10 pounds of ankle weights taped to the bottom of the stick. Love it. And we practiced defensive zone coverage for like 30 first minutes of practice. I couldn't lift the stick off the damn ice with one hand. So he goes, Dad, now your stick is on the ice.
Did you get the message?
I did. And for the rest of my career, put my stick on the ice and actually ended up, you know, it helped me a ton.
Well, you know, I talked to, actually this was the Cup year. Talked to Larry Robinson before the start of that year, and I was asking him about Parayko. And Larry Robinson said, you know, he goes, there's so many comparisons between me and Colton. Early on in my career, 4 or 5 years, people are saying, well, he's not going to be the player he's supposed to be. He's not going to be this. He's not going to be that. And he goes, they're wrong. He goes, this guy, Parayko, can absolutely play. And all Larry said he was working with on is little stick positions, little ways of turning the blade of your stick where a deflection is going to send the puck out of play, you know, or send it out of harm's way, things like that. And I waited intentionally about halfway through the year. Then I went to Colton and connected with him on that comment. He goes, yeah, I've been doing this, and if you notice, this is going on. And that's the kind of thing with somebody like Al McInnes around or others that Logan Mailloux is going to learn from. Mm-hmm. But there hasn't been anything from a personality standpoint, an on-ice standpoint, a game-playing standpoint. His teammates like him. They say he's got a bit of an edge out there that, to me, doesn't say that this guy is NHL ready to go. And look, growing pains. You've only played seven regular season games in the NHL. It's going to be there, and there may be a couple of games with the way our schedule is too, that they say, okay, now you got 5 games in the system under your belt. We're going to put you in the press box for a game or two because you've got Matt Kessel. We want to get him in, that kind of thing, and so that may be there. But this is a player that if he develops, at least the way he's looked so far, there's no doubt you could be looking at another top 4 defenseman.
So, Curbs, Monty, was it yesterday, I believe, or maybe the day before? It's all a blur to me sometimes. But, moving Schenn back to in between Kyrou and Holloway. And all through preseason and training camp, if Vegas was looking at things, they would have bet the odds that it was Suter that would have started the season with Kyrou and Holloway. Monty, he chalked it up to your gut feeling from the coach, What do you think of that decision?
I wish that was a prop bet, because if the odds were that favoring Suter being there, I'd have won a lot of money. Because I watched that all camp, and I'd say, I think it's Braden Schenn that's still going to be there. I think throughout camp, number one, you're playing Pius Suter with those guys, 2 good skill, up-tempo guys. So I think it's giving Suter a chance to really get comfortable with his teammates fast. I think it welcomes in, and it gives Suter a chance in camp to really show his moxie, show what he can do a little bit. Versus one of those things of, well, we're going to give you a try to make the team, but we're going to play you between a couple of fourth-liners, and hope one of these guys gets you the puck. I just felt, and I still feel that way, that at least for right now, the chemistry that those guys had, the connection that Schenn had with them, you put that into an opening day lineup together against a divisional opponent, where Schenn knows what he's going to be dealing with when he's going up against Marco Rossi and Kaprizov and Boldy in that top line. Because if Braden Schenn's line, with Braden Schenn's defensive ability, can play that way maybe against the Kaprizov line, boy, does that put pressure on Minnesota's second line if they've got to deal with Thomas, Buchnevich, and Snuggerud. So I just think that there's familiarity, there's strategic reasons for it, and, again, the most important thing, I guess it is every year, but even so this year, this team's got to get off to a good start. And the fact that basically your top 6 forwards haven't changed from the run that you went on last year, I think that familiarity is going to be good. So I'm not at all surprised by it.
Chris Kerber joining us right now on the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN Live from Enterprise Center. Curbs, you had mentioned before when I asked you about the bowl prediction, and you eventually got to the special teams.
Yeah.
It looks different. So what are either you expecting or people that have told you maybe what to expect, just so the fans can kind of key in on some things? What's your overall viewpoint on the special teams?
Well, on the power play side of it, yeah, you have to look at it from the success that they had since Jim Montgomery took over and they were running as a top 5 power play. So I think you just kind of let that go. What is very clear, and they did this yesterday in practice, and you just can't take the compete out of an athlete, right? They had 2 separate power play units. That's what they switched to, and they started to go. And if one wasn't going, they just put the other one out there. Well, yesterday in practice, they were practicing the power play on both ends of the ice. Normally, if a puck gets deflected out of the zone or whatever, they fire another one in and they keep working on it. If the puck came out of the zone, they blew the whistle and the other power play unit took over. Right? And so it happened to one unit where twice, real quickly, it came out of the zone, and you could see the frustration. One guy slaps his stick on the ice. You could see the frustration firing up. So they inherently, through that competition, kind of built some accountability into that. So power play is going to be critically important. The penalty kill is going to be huge. Now, the best penalty killer on your team has to be the goaltender, and Jordan Binnington has been fantastic throughout all of camp. To me, that penalty killing is going to have to get back up above 85%. It can't be in that 74 range all season long. Now, Minnesota and St. Louis both made the playoffs last year, right, with the 4th and 5th worst penalty kills in the league, right? So it's not that it can't be done, but man, oh man, that's a big difference if you can get it done. So I would look for a really detailed penalty killing boost from this year versus last.
Curbs, we look forward to your call tonight and throughout the course of the season. It's going to be electric in this environment. People are really excited to watch our Blues this year. So have a great call tonight and throughout the year.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck down here.
Same.
We'll see you.
Chris Kerber here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Well, Jamie's got to get out of here in about 15 minutes. So Jamie's keys to the game, and we'll play the Light the Lamp game next on 101 ESPN.
Mizzou's home opener. This is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
Time for Jamie Rivers' keys to victory tonight for the St. Louis Blues as they host the Minnesota Wild in the season and home opener. Jamie, take it away.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this pretty simple. Home game here, your first game of the season. You want a good start. You want to have a good first period. For me, it's getting the pucks in early, getting a forecheck going, and just playing in the offensive zone overall. You want to make sure that each one of your lines is going. Get them going early in the game. Make sure everybody's skates are touching the ice so that they can hit their stride, so to say.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
Well, you don't want guys sitting on the bench too long. You've had a preseason. Some guys played 2 games, 3 games, who knows, whatever. You don't have a rhythm yet at all. And if you have guys that are sitting on the bench for too long in the first period because you don't get them the ice that they need, or they have one shift early and they don't play again for like 7-8 minutes, that's not beneficial to your team. You want to try and roll the 4 lines as much as you can. When you have an advantageous situation, you take advantage of it. So if it's a icing and you want to get your number 1 line up there, you take advantage of that. But then you try and find a way to roll every guy through there again, get your 3 D pairs going as well. It's very important that everybody gets going early in the game. Obviously, scoring first would be a nice key to the game here, and I think that would be huge here on home ice. And the last one I've got is keep Kirill Kaprizov off the score sheet. To me, that's the biggest key to the game from the defensive standpoint.
Beautiful. That's Jamie's keys to victory. Now, we're going to light that lamp.
And a couple of guys can really shoot the puck.
Shooter! I must confess you scored first.
Well, who was the first person?
Breakaway! Shoot! Score! We got hockey to learn.
So before we do anything, we have to make sure that we go over the goal totals, the point totals.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's on the same page.
Yeah. Yes, Jamie.
How you looking at me?
Because I'm not saying you, I'm just saying you.
Jamie, did you win Light the Lamp?
No, I won.
Kerry won it. So I don't know what the hell he's talking out the side of his mouth for.
Because you tried to change the rules halfway through.
What rules were that?
Whatever rule benefited Jamie Berry Rivers.
That's not true.
That is 100%
I have changed
true.
a lot of rules that have not benefited me.
No, you have not.
You know what, Kerry?
You benefit
Maybe if you cared enough, you jump on and try and create the rules rather than just point the finger at me for trying to change it, make things better for your experience,
You're
Kerry.
right.
No, I apologize.
Making it better for his experience.
I apologize, Kerry.
You are.
For making sure you have a template.
I appreciate
that's
you.
ahead of you. When you
Thank
pull
you.
your little page up,
I
it's on there.
appreciate
Don't worry about that, though,
I
Kerry,
appreciate
okay?
you, Jamie. Thank
Just
you.
criticize me.
Yeah, criticize.
So anyways, Marsh, what's the point total?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll start with one-pointers. One-pointers include Robert Thomas, Pavel Buchnevich, Dylan Holloway, and Jordan Kyrou. 4 players in our 1-point tier.
Those are guys that I think can go 30 goals plus.
Okay.
Now, if Kyrou scores 2 tonight, it counts for 2, right? That's how we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's because at one point we did first goal, I think, right?
Yeah,
Now
that
we're
was
doing
a,
any
that was a
goals.
bad
That was
experience.
dumb.
That was terrible.
I
That's like
wasn't
Kerry's
part of
idea.
that.
Huh?
I wasn't part of that.
Oh, now you're not a part of it.
No, I wasn't a part of that.
It was dumb, Kerry.
Well, anyways.
Yeah, but then we switched the
yeah.
rules, Kerry. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. Probably because you were losing.
No, it sucked. Nobody was getting any points.
Yeah, it was like 0-0.
It was no
It's
good.
terrible.
It was not good.
Yeah, it was my idea to bring that up, but I guess it was stupid. Anyways,
Was it your idea?
I don't
first
remember.
goal?
No, the
was like-
goal thing, that was a good idea, but as we got into it, it evolved because we're like, okay, we're not getting
It was the only
It was
goal
the- yeah.
point that counted. Was
so like the first
goal.
home run,
Yeah.
right? Used to be, and then we switched
yeah.
that too. We're like,
Yeah.
no, now anytime home run.
Yeah.
it evolved into
Yeah.
a dumb.
So
a dumb
evolved, Jerry, not changed.
idea.
Right.
Evolved.
Anyways, 2
Better
points. 2 points include Braden Shin, Jake Neighbors, Jimmy Snuggerud, and we added 2 defensemen to this tier, Colton Parayko and Cam Fowler.
Okay.
Those guys are worth 2 points. 3 points, literally everybody else.
The rest of the field.
The rest of the field.
All right.
Now we do have one rule change.
Yes.
With the goalies are the same. If a goalie goal happens, you get 10 points.
You get
Correct.
10 points. And if you get a hat trick,
If your player scores a hat trick,
you get 10 points.
10 points.
Ooh.
Automatic.
Doesn't
No matter
matter.
what.
Doesn't
No matter
matter.
Oh, so if I like that. Okay.
I like that a
You
lot.
know what? I'll
No.
give you credit.
No, I'm
Go
not
on,
fisting
fist me.
you.
Fist
No.
me. Come on. I'm giving you credit.
I feel like it doesn't
There you
mean
go.
as much.
Good job.
It does. He looked
I like that.
excited.
I like that rule.
You made eye contact.
Yeah, I
too.
did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
All right, so now that we have the point total, the structure, everything's good. It's a good idea. Why don't we give Carey Davis our winner of the 2024-2025 Light the Lamp Challenge? Carey, I think you
I'd
should
like
go
to make an
last.
adjustment to the rules already. If a three-pointer gets a hat trick, he should get 30.
Well, we talked about
Nah,
this.
but
We
that's-
talked about
I'm
this.
just saying.
No.
It's very unlikely.
You're already getting 9 points.
Jamie and I debated this. It wasn't even a debate. We
It
had
should
a
at least be
discussion.
20.
We went around. I was like,
A
you know what?
two-pointer should be 15.
Carey, we had. Here's the deal.
You didn't invite me and Anthony
No,
for this
because-
meeting.
Well, you guys,
You weren't here.
You weren't there.
Well, I was parking.
he was parking.
I was here.
Well, you were getting your coat.
Oh yeah, Carey was cold.
I was cold. It was freezing up here. It still is.
It can always evolve, but right now we put it at 10 points.
Think you're
We didn't
doing-
even have this in before.
I think you're doing Nathan Walker a disservice here. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, and he would say so. You know what? Give me Jimmy Snuggerud.
Okay. Nice.
Who finished second?
I don't remember. I'll go,
Who
though.
was on first?
I'll go though.
I bet he would.
Go ahead, Marshy.
Well, Anthony called my idea dumb, so I get to go second.
I want to be very clear on what part I thought was dumb. So there's no mistake. Having just the first goal scored be the only points of the night was dumb.
Whose idea was it?
I think.
I don't even think it was Marsh's idea. I don't know.
Kind of
Oh, now he's taking credit for my idea.
Who is? Me?
I've been hanging around Jamie way too much. I'm starting to act like him.
Yeah.
Give me Cam Fowler.
Hey, you're welcome.
I'm going to go with Cam Fowler tonight. I think he gets the first goal of the season on the power play.
Unbelievable.
I got what?
Unbelievable.
What?
Unbelievable.
Go ahead, Anthony, because you're gonna.
Philip Broberg.
Oh, you piece of crap. That's where I was going to.
Wow.
Damn you.
Philip Broberg. I'm all in on the Broberg train.
You know what? Give me Braden Shen. Give me the captain on opening night, baby.
Captain Woody.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I like it.
All right.
All right, nice job. Jamie's got to get out of here.
Can I give you guys my bet the board?
Yes, sir.
Just so we get it on record here.
Sure. What?
Yep.
That's smart. That's smart because you got a clean month, right?
Shh. We don't talk about that. It's like
It's
Fight
like a
Club.
no-hitter.
I'm gonna stick with.
He's perfect. So
He
far.
is perfect,
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
perfect.
He hadn't missed
He's
one
perfect in every way.
So's Carey. Exactly. I'm like, what the hell's Carey kidding? I'm going. Same bet I've been riding on here. They got the Senators versus the Lightning. For the first period, the over/under is 1.5. I'm gonna go over. It's minus 130.
Got that, Marshy?
Yes, I do.
All right.
All right. There we go.
Jamie.
Go
have a
Blues.
Great call.
Let's
Go
go, baby.
Blues. Now, Jamie's traveling with the Blues tomorrow, so he will not be with us tomorrow.
Correct.
So we'll see you on Monday.
Yes, I believe so.
Godspeed.
I think so.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. It's an early game. It's like a 4:30 game in the afternoon, and
Oh, we got to see you.
On Monday?
yeah, but it's 6:30 here, so I don't know. This is why I told Mike Ryder on Sunday. We'll figure out the math.
We got a text from the 636. I absolutely love the dynamic between Carey Davis and Jamie. It would only be better if during the breaks I knew they were discussing Shakespeare or postmodern philosophy.
I try that, and
Yeah.
Carey usually goes way more caveman than me.
Sure.
The things he talks about are
Listen.
not what I'm into.
Carey's not into like Othello.
No, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like to talk about different
Romeo and Juliet.
different
Where art
philosophies
thou?
from great people around the world and some of their, their work.
Julius Caesar.
Whatever. Gary.
I think about it.
Are the Yankees wasting Aaron Judge?
I thought you were going to say Aaron Boone.
Never know. Talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
Toronto Blue Jays have punched their ticket to the championship series, going through the New York Yankees in 4 games, and again, withstanding the Yankees' best punch.
The call from FS1 last night as the Blue Jays knock off the Yankees 5-2. Toronto wins the series 3-1. All the other series right now are ongoing. Detroit evened up their series with Seattle. The Cubs staved off elimination against the Brewers. They still are trailing in that series 2-1. And the Phillies avoided elimination, but with an 8-2 win over the Dodgers. So again, the Yankees being eliminated last night, the first one out in the ALDS. But guys, I typically don't like to do this. I don't like to say, well, you're wasting, for example, locally, you're wasting Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt here. Well, they're a part of it, so you can't say that they're like suddenly exempt.
Right.
They're not only just a part of it. Those are 2 key pieces. Like, they should be helping to lead you to postseason success. You're not just excluded from it. But I was sitting there watching the Yankees go down in flames last night, and I got to be honest, and you can call me a hypocrite, but I started to think, you're wasting Aaron Judge. You are wasting Aaron Judge's prime. You're wasting the magnificence of Aaron Judge and the fact that what did he bat this postseason? He was 2 for 4 last night.
He was 500 for the
series.
entire postseason. Well, for the entire postseason.
I
but
mean,
he had 12 hits, 10 hits, 13 hits in the postseason.
He was incredible.
Hitting the ball everywhere.
So I've got kind of a counter to this too, but for me, I couldn't help but think you are wasting one of the best players that we have seen in this generation because you can't get your act together and find some quality pitching.
Well, I think that game turned early on the Jazz Chisholm error.
Yes.
Right? That allowed a couple of runs to come in, which obviously he's not there to make mistakes. But I don't think winning a championship is hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's the best way to put it. It is not guaranteed, even if you are the best of the best. If you're the best player of your generation, you're the best talent, you're the 3, 4, 5, 6-time MVP, Barry Bonds, right? You're not guaranteed to win a championship just because you're the best player. You do have to have a team around you, and those guys have to show up in key moments and not make the mistakes that put you in a position to lose games. I think I wouldn't say that I would blame the people around Aaron Judge. Vladimir Guerrero was just as hot as Aaron Judge was.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They are going back and forth on who was the better player in that series. So for me, it's very difficult to win a championship. I like you don't like to say, oh, we're wasting someone's best years because, man, it's so hard to get a team to be together all on one accord, all on the same page, and everything fall in place. You faced a Toronto team that beat you up all year long. Like, if you'd have found another way to maybe not play them until the ALCS, they might be better off. Maybe some injuries take place, but it's just a hard thing to do to win a championship. And so I won't say that Aaron Judge's best years are being wasted right now.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You know, I mentioned it earlier this week. Aaron Judge had an opportunity in Game 1 with the bases loaded to break that game open for the Yankees and potentially win. You know, maybe they end up winning Game 1. And this is a completely different series, but he ends up striking out on a slider away. You know, he had opportunity last year to catch a ball in center field that could have pushed that series back to L.A. if they were to hang on. Up 5-0 in the middle of the game. Not saying that the Dodgers wouldn't have came back, but that was a huge point in that World Series, in that game. If they win that game and take it to Game 6, who knows what happens? Aaron Judge was he's the one that started that collapse for the Yankees. He had a ball go through his legs in right field this series. Sure, he hit pretty well, but there were some moments for him that he also needed to come up large, particularly in this series, that it didn't happen. Now, he did hit the home run the other night, which allowed their season to continue for another day. But there's other opportunities out there for him to take advantage of the situation, and he didn't. So, and I agree with Carey. It's hard to win a World Series. I mean, it's hard to win any championship. Could we say that the Blues ended up wasting all of Brett Hull's career here in St. Louis? Well, you can make that argument, but like the Blues were a really good team. They played against some really good teams as well. the Blue Jays are a really good team. They're a solid ball club.
So
the Dodgers, they were a solid ball club last year.
As long as they're a good team.
Yeah,
is that what I'm getting at? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, if you're supposed to be the favorite, like the odds-on favorite, and you just have like a total collapse, like if you're the Tigers of 2006 and you're supposed to win in 3 games, right, even though it's a 7-game series, and you lose to the Cardinals who won 83 games. Apparently, Bob Nightingale said that back in the day.
He did, yeah.
So,
that was his prediction. Yeah, that was USA Today's prediction.
You're supposed to beat the 83-win Cardinal team in 2006.
Sure.
Like, you're supposed to win that. They didn't. So if you're like that type of favorite and you squander that opportunity, well, then you're really ruining your chances to come up big with one of the best players, if not the best player in baseball. I just don't see that to be the case. I think they ran into some really good teams. This year it was in the ALDS. Last year it was in the World Series. You made it to the World Series last year.
Because the counter would be, we always say that the Angels wasted Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani.
Now, they absolutely did. They went to the playoffs one time in 2014 with Mike Trout. They never went to the postseason with Shohei Ohtani.
But isn't the concept the same? You have not built a good enough team around, like, legendary players.
I think when front offices, unless they are just being cheap, unless they are actually not spending any money, I don't think front offices go into a season or a certain player's career and say, we're not going to give him any help.
No, sure.
I think that they are doing the best that Mike Trout had Shohei. Shohei had Mike Trout. Like, that is assistance. You probably want more assistance coming from the pitching staff.
That's correct.
But I think you are trying to get the best players you can. It's not like you can go out and sign every single ace that is available. It just doesn't happen. You can't. I don't think. Well, here's the problem. Because
you root for a team that does that every year.
Not every single one of them. Some of them are on other teams getting paid already.
Right now.
That's what I'm saying.
The Dodgers just haven't come calling yet.
Well, when they become free agent, then if your team wants to win, sign them with the pen and paper, get them signed up. My team, unlike you guys' team, wants to win. I can't speak for you all. I can only speak for myself, right? When the free agents become available, my guys go get them.
Yeah.
But they got to be available. So if they're not available, you can't get them. So I think that teams are trying to put together. I don't think anybody wakes up and says, how can I waste the best years of Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, and Mike Trout? How can I do that? That's madness. So I think they're trying to find the best players available, but those players also got to be the best players that they can be in that moment also.
Well, and again, Aaron Judge, going back to last year, they were in the World Series. It's not like they were in the wild card round and lost. They were in the World Series. They went 5 games. Aaron Judge, outside of 1 game, was so bad in that world. He was not good in the World Series. Outside of the 1 game, he finally hit the home run in Game 5. They end up going again, 5-0, and then they blow it. It does fall on him. Now, you brought up the Arenado and Goldschmidt thing. I see that a little bit differently because I don't think they had enough games to really play that out.
But the games they did have.
They didn't produce.
Ain't do nothing.
They didn't produce.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge, he's played in multiple playoff games. Again, they went to the World Series last year. I'd love for my team to go to the World Series and have a chance. If Aaron Judge ends up hitting a little bit better.
Aaron Judge couldn't hit any better than he did this series.
This year's completely different.
He did everything
absolutely
that he could do. But, again, other players have to show up to the table. Jazz Chisholm, I think, was batted 162. I think Cody Bellinger was under 200. Like, the other guys have to do their job. So you just have to – like, it's hard as hell. Sometimes, as the best player, you have to have the complementary players hold you up until you can show up. And then when you are the best player – even when you're the best player on the field, you still got to have guys around you in a sporting cast to do what they need to do to be able to win the championship. So there is no exact science to winning a championship. It is sometimes it's your year, sometimes it's not. Right now it looks like it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays' year to make it to the World Series. They have looked like the better team all season long. Now, the team on the other side,
the Brewers.
No, not those.
No? Oh.
You know who I'm talking about.
The Phillies. They finally won a game.
They did
yesterday.
win one.
That was talking about the Dodgers.
You know it. Yeah, you know.
Fought everybody, and now they're going to win it all.
Yeah, probably.
I also think, real quick.
Don't sound so sad.
Garrett Cole being injured this year
Mm-hmm.
doesn't help. But I think they have found, okay, there's a few pitchers in the pipeline. Cam Schlittler,
Yeah,
he
that
looks
kid
like a
was
guy,
great.
man. He looks that's something that you found this year that you can slot him in and feel real comfortable next year, and maybe he's a part of your rotation for the foreseeable future.
Marsh, the snake pit,
Yeah, what are they saying?
loving some Andrew Marsh.
Oh, wow.
Splashback Deuce. Marshy's in his prime, and 101 isn't wasting it.
Wow.
Or Fallon Mickey, in all seriousness, Marshy should have his own show.
Wow.
Bacon Wrap Wiener. Y'all heard his hockey calls from Maryville? Dude kills it.
Thank
Gator,
you.
Marshy is the judge of the fast lane, literally.
On Wednesdays. Today's Thursday, but
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while, though.
No, we haven't.
no. Hey, big series, though, for Maryville this weekend. Big hockey week here in St.
you
Louis.
go.
Maryville taking on Ohio. They are
Bobcats?
ranked- the Ohio Bobcats. And, Anthony, I know you hate that team.
Yeah, damn right I do.
I know you hate that team.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Saints can come out with 2 victories
Let's
this
go,
weekend.
Saints. Heck
Ohio ranked 5th in the old ACHA.
I think we're all Saints this weekend, Kerry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is also a crap sandwich, I believe, from Aces fan. ESPN 101 St. Louis, you men are the best on talking about St. Louis sports.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a crap sandwich.
Why?
Open face.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because we weren't just talking about St. Louis sports. We were talking about New York. So it does
Yeah.
kind of smell and
All right.
taste like a crab sandwich.
Yep.
okay.
All right. Let's get to the Gauntlet next on 101 ESPN.
Gauntlet contestant. How you doing, Jeff?
All feeling good, Carey. How are you?
I'm not good, man. You beat the brakes off me yesterday. I'm not good, but I'll be okay.
Squeaking by.
All right.
It's like Scooter. I'm not, Doug.
I'm not good. All right, Jeff. Well, you took care of me yesterday. Jamie Rivers is not here. He's downstairs doing some TV work. Would you like to take on Marsh or Anthony?
Let's go with Anthony.
Oh, all right.
Right.
Ooh.
Good luck to you, pal.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff. Anthony is heading to the cone of silence. I don't know where that is. It's in the hallway. Bradford Bruns is back at the station. Tell Bradford to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Bradford.
All right, Jeff, you took me down in random yesterday. What do you prefer today?
Let's go baseball.
You want baseball. Well, the wheel is spun.
Bradford, what do we have?
Please tell us.
Jeff, you may have to wait another 3 or so hours for the action at Enterprise Center, but you don't have to wait for the hockey on the Gauntlet today.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And Anthony is what they call the hockey god. All right, Jeff, you know how this goes. If you answer correctly without the options, you get 2 points. You answer correctly with the options, you get 1 point. And if you answer incorrectly, you get nothing. Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Max Pacioretty recently announced his retirement. How many teams did he play for in his NHL career?
Ooh. Let's go. I know of at least 3, so let's go 4. Final answer.
Question number 2. Name the best team in the NHL last season that missed the playoffs. This team finished the season with 96 points, but did not qualify for the postseason.
Ooh. Options, please.
Options are the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Vancouver Canucks, or the Calgary Flames.
I think it was the Blues and Flames going at it at the end, so let's go with the Flames. Final answer.
Question number 3. The Blues scored 7 goals in which game against the Jets in last year's playoffs?
Okay, so it would have been home. So game 3, 4, or 6. Let's go game 6. Final answer.
Question number 4. Which Blue scored multiple goals in Game 3?
That's not a good sign. Gosh. Game 3. Options.
Options are Braden Shen, Pavel Buchnevich, or Jordan Kyrou.
Let's go Carey. Final answer.
All right, Jeff, we'll get Anthony back in here. How you feel?
Most of them were guesses, guys. Not great.
Well, sometimes that happens. Anthony is back in the, I guess this is the studio, putting his headset
Our
on.
studio today.
It's the booth.
We're in the
Blues
booth today, gentlemen.
All right.
Anthony, how you feel?
Oh, I feel good. I found the popcorn.
You found it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. They got some food down there. I'm going to try to
This is a cool
sneak off
popcorn
a little bit.
I think that they have to. I think you have to pay for that. Oh, okay.
This is a cool popcorn
Don't
bucket.
you worry about that. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you listen? Did I bring you back food at the last location?
You
we
did.
were at? Okay.
You absolutely did.
You
Yep.
let me handle these things, okay?
You know, Gary, I should never doubt. I should never doubt you.
All right, Anthony. Cone of Silence is good? You ready
Yes.
to roll?
Yep. I'm ready to rock.
Your category today is hockey.
Oh, I like hockey.
Fitting, seeing as where we are.
Yeah.
Marshy?
Pack a lunch.
All right, here we go.
You got some popcorn. That
Yeah,
works too.
Max Pacioretty recently announced his retirement. How many teams did he play for in his NHL career?
Vegas, Montreal. Oh man, you're gonna give me. You know, let's narrow down the options, please.
3, 4, or 5?
3, 4, or 5. I think it was at least 4, so I'll go 4. Final answer.
Question number 2. Name the best team in the NHL last season that missed the playoffs. This team finished the season with 96 points but did not qualify for the postseason.
I assume that's Calgary because of the way the season ended, with them being left out on the final day, I think, right? The final night. It's got to be Calgary. Calgary Flames, final answer.
Question number 3. The Blues scored 7 goals in which game against the Jets in last year's playoffs?
Ooh. All right, let's think. Game 1 and Game 2 was in Winnipeg, and that did not go well. Well, from an offensive standpoint. Games 3 and Games 4 here were. So which was it, 3 or 4? They also had that one. What was it, Game 6 here that they went off? Son of a. 3, 4. It's either 3, 4, or 6, and in Game 3, that's when Hellebuck had his meltdown. So I'll go Game 3. Final answer.
Question number 4.
I like how Marsh just did that.
Which Blue scored multiple goals in Game 3?
Oh, maybe I did get that one right. Multiple goals in Game 3.
That's correct.
Options.
Is it Braden Shen, Pavel Buchnevich, or Jordan Kyrou?
Kyrou is too obvious. Booch is kind of the outlier because he didn't have a great season last year. But Shen wasn't necessarily a top-end goal scorer. I think I would remember if the captain did it. Show me Pavel Buchnevich. Final answer.
All righty. Here we go. Let's start off with question number 1. Max Pacioretty recently announced his retirement. How many teams did he play for in his NHL career? Jeff, without the options, said 4. Anthony, with the options, said 4. The correct answer is?
Well, Max Pacioretty played for the Montreal Canadiens, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Washington Capitals. And he played for the Toronto Maple Leafs. 5 is the answer.
Neither of you got it correct.
I'm actually glad about that one. Jeff would have got me.
Question number 2. Name the best team in the NHL last season that missed the playoffs. This team finished the season with 96 points, but did not qualify for the postseason. Jeff, you said the Flames. Anthony, you said the Flames. Correct answer is?
Well, gentlemen, there is an Eastern Conference as well.
Doesn't count.
You're right, it doesn't count. It's the Calgary Flames.
Anthony did not use the options. Jeff did. Let's go to question number 4. Which Blue scored multiple goals in Game 3? Jeff, you took the options. You said Jordan Kyrou. Anthony said, Jordan Kyrou is too simple. That's too obvious. I would know that. Give me Pavel Buchnevich. He didn't do much last year. That's what you said.
It's true.
From a scoring standpoint.
Yeah, that's what you said. Correct answer is?
Well, he did a lot in Game 3. Pavel Buchnevich is the correct answer.
Anthony is up right now, and we'll go to the final question. The Blues scored 7 goals in which game against the Jets in last year's playoffs? Jeff said Game 6 without the options. Anthony said Game 3 without the options. So, right now, Anthony is leading 3-1. If it's Game 6, because they did score a lot of goals, they chased Hellebuck in a bunch of games here.
On home ice, gentlemen, they scored. Let's see here. Let me do the math real quick.
It's torture.
It is torture. They scored 17 goals on home ice in 3 games.
They went off in Game 6 too. I was doing a remote at a restaurant.
So if it is Game 6, we got a walk-off. If it's Game 3, Anthony's going to win it 5-1. Jeff.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose. Not today.
It was game 3. Jeffy got you 5-1.
Beat down. Nice job.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. That was you had me second guessing because I do know they scored. How many did they score in Game 6 then?
So Game 3 was a 7-2 final for the Blues. Game 4, much like this Gauntlet, a 5-1 final.
Ooh.
And in Game 6, the Blues scored 5 goals as they defeated the Jets 5-2 to force a Game 7.
Wow.
And as we remember, that the game was over in like the first period.
The Game 3.
Yeah. Well, honestly, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Jeez. Jeff, we appreciate you playing, man. Thanks for listening.
Guys, enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. That was good. That was good one. Marsh, I feel like you would have got a snowman on that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
actually
right up your alley.
the Pacioretty one may have tripped me up because like he played on teams, but then like he would be injured, and then you would kind of forget that he played for that team because he would miss a lot of time. So that one maybe I could have got with the options, but the other ones I definitely would have remembered that.
Nailed. Yep. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN live from Enterprise Center. A lot of our Blues discussion. Not that we won't get into more Blues throughout the course of the show, but we want to make sure that we got a lot of Blues in when Jamie was still with us. Let's talk about the big Mizzou game versus Bama. Not the only big game for the local teams.
Yeah, come on. We're going to talk Illinois football over here?
Yes, we will. Absolutely. Okay. If Mizzou beats Bama, what does it tell us about the Tigers this season? Conversely, what does a loss have to look like to say, yeah, you know what, this is still a solid program that can make it to the playoffs? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Kerry Davis and Anthony Stalter. Jamie doing some TV work for FanDuel Sports Network. Don't forget, we got the Blues and Wild right here on 101 ESPN, starting with the pregame show. Alex Ferrario at 6 o'clock, so immediately following the Fastlane. Alex Ferrario will join us at, will join the station again at 6 o'clock for the pregame show. Mizzou and Alabama square off 11 a.m. in Columbia on Saturday in a game that, Marsh, I know you're excited to watch too. I can't wait for. If Mizzou beats Alabama, how far are you willing to go with Mizzou in terms of just this season and where they are as a program? For example, they beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Clearly they're a top 10 team.
Yes.
Like that's number one. Obviously Alabama's what? They're 8th right now in the nation. Yeah. And Mizzou's 14. So theoretically those two could flip spots.
Yeah.
So Mizzou's a top 10 team. Are you willing to say they're a national title contender? Or do you still have to see more?
So I'm just basing this off of this season. I have no prior knowledge that this program, for whatever reason, just can't win that big game to ultimately put them in the position to get to said big game.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of all of that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I do believe that this team has the acumen to be in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm necessarily calling them a national title contender in the same ilk as maybe some other teams, and that is no knock on Mizzou as much as that is just praise for the other teams that I have more confidence in that I think can actually get to the national championship, or at least we can go as far as to say the college football semifinal. I would put, if Mizzou wins this game, I would say Mizzou would remind me of last year's Ole Miss. Is that fair to say? Like they're in the conversation. They could have made it to the college football playoff if they were to win one more game.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say that Mizzou last year was that type of team if they were to win just one more game.
All right, so I'm glad you said that, right? And please finish your thought.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
but yeah, I would just consider them to be a team that has the opportunity, the chance to have a spot in the college football playoff. It would give me a little bit more hope and more confidence in this team that they can do said thing and win the other big games on their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they beat Alabama and all of a sudden they lose to Vanderbilt, well, then it's like, come on, man. Like, you just had a huge win, and now all of a sudden you lose to a team that lost to the team that you just beat.
yeah.
So if you're going to be a true contender, national champion, you got to take care of the teams on your schedule that you're supposed to beat. But I can't help but think of prior years when it comes to this program.
All right, so, but last year, you did bring up last year's team. Do you feel like this is a better team from what we've seen than the team last year? Now, I know there's some,
no, absolutely.
I realize there's some, like, bias because you saw how last year played out, but this time a year ago, going into the Texas A&M game.
Yes, I think this team is better than last year's. I think this team is on par, maybe even better than the team from 2 seasons ago, which if there was a college football playoff with the expanded college football playoff, that team absolutely would have been in the playoff. I think this team is around the same ilk as the Brady Cook and Cody Schrader team.
So this is where I'm at, and CD, you joined us halfway through here. We're talking about if Mizzou beats Alabama, Mizzou is clearly a top 10 team.
Mm-hmm.
Are they a national title contender? If I'm looking at this year in college football, Texas came in at number 1 in the nation. I believe Penn State was 3?
2.
They were 2.
To preseason, yep.
They are both out of the top 25.
Correct.
Why is that? Well,
they lost stinkers.
They wind up losing games they weren't supposed to, and they also weren't as strong as we thought. Ohio State has been dominant this year. They're also starting a first-time quarterback. Miami, we've kind of been here before with certain ACC teams, even Miami specifically.
It's true.
Where you say, man, this Miami team, they're a lot of fun. But this feels a little different this
year.
It
does. And
but
I think it's because their quarterback came from the SEC, and there's like a, for me, like a comfortability thing there that he has been in
He's
big
been in playoff games
before.
Sure. I think Oregon looks dominant right now, but Oregon was an underdog at Penn State 2 weeks ago. Ole Misses look good, but Ole Miss is also, you could put Ole Miss in the category of, like you did with Mizzou, Marshall.
Yeah.
It's like fun, but man, you've disappointed before.
Yeah. I mean, Ole Miss could turn into the team that they were last year.
Sure. Same with A&M, and Oklahoma's dealing with some quarterback issues. Indiana smoke and mirrors until I see otherwise. If Indiana goes into Eugene and beats Oregon this weekend, which they won't, we can talk. My point is this.
I hope they do.
Is there a truly dominant team this year in college football, an unquestioned dominant team?
No.
See, do you just – no, I agree.
No.
So I think if Mizzou beats Alabama, even if you have to have them in the fringe conversation, they're a national title contender.
If they beat Alabama, they're a top 10 team. They're going to jump Georgia, LSU, Tennessee, all of those teams.
They're going to get at least to Alabama, and Indiana's going to lose this weekend, so they're going to be in the top 7.
Correct, in my opinion.
Oklahoma could still lose to Texas.
They could. I think
Texas is favored in that game.
There are no favorites for a championship, just like I don't think there is a true favorite for the Heisman Trophy. I think it's so wide open, and I said this yesterday, NIL, transfer portal, has brought about so much parity in college football that this is unlike anything we've seen before. Years past, we knew Alabama, Nick Saban, lock them in. They're going to be a top 4 team when there was only 4 teams. They're going to be a 1 or 2 seed. They're going to be one of those teams that are in the college football playoff conversation. You could probably say that about LSU a few times. You could say that about Ohio State for multiple years. But this is the first time where you look amongst, this top 25 and say, man, I could see 10 to 12, maybe 15 teams that could potentially be national champions this year because no one has really set themselves apart. I think Oregon, in my opinion, probably has some of the better wins, but then you look at – you would think that the Penn State win was a great win. You're like, they went out there and lost to UCLA, so maybe it's not. But the Alabama win versus Georgia was a really good win. So I don't know what team you can say, with conviction that this team is a national championship team, but if Missouri beats – Alabama this weekend, they definitely deserve to be in that conversation of best teams in the country. And I think, I don't know who said this, I can't remember. I think I was told that the college football playoffs first rankings come out this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So if they are, then Missouri will be in that conversation. They will be in the college football playoff picture, and they will have an opportunity to put themselves, I think, in the driver's seat for the SEC championship game, which you do want to be in because that's definitely going to have you in that playoff football conversation as well.
Real quickly, conversely, does it matter if they do lose, if Mizzou does lose? Does it matter how it looks?
Yeah.
I do too.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
If they look like – because let me ask you this. They lose –
And I might be speaking because we got the hell beat out of us by Indiana.
But if I were to say this, they lose by a field goal, last-second field goal, right? So it's right, and I know you don't care about the point spread, but just follow me on this. Point spread's 3. Alabama wins by 3.
Yeah.
All right. Or it looks like Texas A&M did.
Last year?
Yeah.
At home, that does change the conversation because you should be at home. You should have a little bit more. On the road is different. I know they went down to Texas A&M and got thumped last year. They went to Bama, got thumped last year. But again, I think that this team is much different. They are doing some things differently. They seem to be better poised for these situations. I don't expect them to get beat at all, but I don't expect them to get beat badly by Alabama. I think this is an opportunity where you can actually make some things happen. Caden Proctor, the offensive tackle for Alabama, is a hell of an athlete. We've seen him catch passes out of the backfield. He's a freak athlete. He's one of those Outland Trophy participants going into this season. So they have some athletes, and Ryan Williams he's just a different guy at that receiver position. But I think that Missouri has all of the things in front of them to be able to take care of business this weekend. And that's what you want. That's the only thing you ask for. Line it up, put the ball down. I don't care what that sheet of paper says. I don't care what the point spread says. I don't care what those people in Vegas and all the odds makers, I was going to call them nerds. I'm sure some of them aren't. But I don't care what they say in terms of who's supposed to win the game, because at the end of the day, we get to line it up, man against man, and I get to see if you're a better team than we are, by putting the ball on the ground and seeing who's going to be the best one.
Now, before I say what I'm about to say, I don't want to become the next victim on Twitter when it comes to the Mizzou fan base.
Then you better not mention anything even remotely negative. You Mizzou son of a gun.
Well, I'm going to take the risk anyways.
Oh, no.
Tell me if you agree with me. can you take this Mizzou team seriously until they win a big game on the road? They've played all home games so far. Now, their first test on the road comes against Auburn, which will be after Alabama. And Auburn is a team that, they're not a great team, but it's definitely not a team that you want to overlook by any means, especially after if you do end up having a big win over Alabama. But then after that, that's when you take on Vanderbilt on the road. That team is ranked in the top 25. We know they just lost to Alabama, but that's another team that could give you a scare. Mm-hmm. Do you take that into consideration that Mizzou has only played home games so far?
I wouldn't give a damn who we played, and I wouldn't care where we played them. Yeah. I would be happy that we got 6 home games to start the season off, and the first road game is going to be in Auburn. So that was it. Jordan Hare, is that what they call it?
But that's Jordan you. Hare. That's you as a player, though. I'm talking about from a fan and from like from a media standpoint. When you are
6-0 and one of those wins are against Alabama, I wouldn't care if it was in the parking lot.
Okay,
I wouldn't give a damn
wondering.
if we played on the ice down there and we beat them and they slipped and slide all over the ice.
That would be a cool sport.
That would be crazy, but I wouldn't care because we both got the same. We both got the same surface. So yeah, as a fan, as a media, as a player. If you're 6-0, I don't care where we play. If your first challenge is on the road and you go get thumped, then that might say something then. But up until that point, we've won every game we've played in, and it doesn't matter where we play at, and it doesn't matter who we've played. We've won every single one of them. That would be my mindset.
So, and I ask that because Miami was in a similar situation where they had only basically played home games up until the Florida State game, if I'm not mistaken. Now, granted, that game was also in the state of Florida. But that was just a question that I had. Do you really find out what a team is made of when they go on the road and play a big game and ultimately win or lose?
We've already found out what this team is made of, and this team is made of greatness. Now you watch your mouth. Yep. M-I-Z.
Your favorite football team will win the national championship. They are national title contenders. Mm-hmm. Your favorite football team?
College.
Well, obviously.
Well, I'm just saying, like NFL, like.
Well, that's the Super Bowl.
But as a Vikings fan, I know as a Falcons fan, we have no shot.
Anthony, we don't have to say that out loud.
No, but
I texted you that in confidence.
But we're aware. You know what I mean, Marsh?
I've been aware.
You're very aware. I'm very aware. That's the difference between NFL and college.
Anthony, I was thinking about this the other day. I went from. And, of course, I was 3 years old when the Rams won the Super Bowl, probably 5 years old when they lost to the Patriots in other Super Bowl.
Rams.
And then we went 10 years without winning football. Mm-hmm. And I decided that I would switch my team when my favorite team in the Rams basically screwed us over here in St. Louis. I decided I would hitch my wagon to a team with some of the worst luck in sports history, one of the highest winning franchises regular season-wise that have never won a championship.
Let them talk.
I decided to do that.
I just thought about this.
What?
I didn't mean to cut you off. How old were you when you made that decision?
Oh, I was, let's see. My first year would have been, when did the Rams leave? In 2016. 26. So it would have been.
Well, was 2016 their first year in L.A.? I think it was the first year in L.A.
Doty works for him. He doesn't even remember.
So 10 years ago?
I think this is my 10th year as a Vikings fan.
So you were 20.
It was the first year of Sam Bradford.
You were roughly 20.
In Minnesota.
So you know what? I used to feel bad for you. I don't feel bad anymore.
Why?
Because you chose that life. And this man forces his young son. How old is Killian?
7.
7-year-old son. Yeah. He's forcing him to be a Falcon fan. He's forced his child.
No, I'm not.
Lincoln and Killian are forced to watch Falcon games because their father, unlike Anthony, who doesn't root for the Yankees like his father. See, he was allowed to make a choice, but he won't allow his own kids to make choices. He's forcing his kids to be Falcon fans.
That's wild.
And you chose it as an adult. I don't feel bad for you. Now these Stalter boys, I feel bad for them.
Well, I haven't forced them.
You did. You said, watch this team, son. You're going to be a fan like me. I don't give a damn that we've never won. Spit.
They're not Falcon
young
fans.
men are going to watch this. Where's that Falcon shirt I got? Give it to me.
Lincoln
you made him wear the Jesse
Ravens.
Tuggle jersey.
I made him wear the Jesse Tuggle jersey.
You are amazing.
He did it. You know what? He put that helmet in his son's room.
He did.
I did not. I didn't know where
he said, I don't know where he took it because he's a fan.
Yeah. He put that over
them.
I did
but
not.
You made a conscious decision.
Well, you know why?
And that's on you. That's something different.
Carey, I did it because of
What the hell?
geography purposes. I did that.
hell,
I wasn't going to stick with the Rams like some people.
You know, Chicago is closer than Minnesota.
Why would I want to be a Bears fan?
You know, Indianapolis is closer than
That
Minnesota.
is true.
You
That
know,
is
Kansas
true.
City is closer than Minnesota. Nashville is closer than Minnesota.
Carey.
You got 4. You can go north,
Carey, I went to
south,
school up there.
east, or west,
I
and
went
you
to
could have went
school up
4
there.
hours and found a team.
Carey, I went to school up
Just
there.
saying.
I'll tell you right now, when I again, this, and you know what? To even further your point, I chose them after Blair Walsh missed a 20-yard field goal to beat the Seahawks in a playoff game.
When they
Just
drafted Christian
shanked it.
Ponder, that did it for you?
No, he was not my quarterback at the time. It was Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Two Gloves was the quarterback at the time. He actually got injured, and then they brought in Sam Bradford, and I was like, I know this guy.
You were all in on the
He
Bradford.
was all
And
in.
then they had Case Keenum.
Look.
Which, by the way, great game in the playoffs against Minnesota. Minneapolis Miracle, Anthony.
2.
I was bought in. I was so bought in.
I know.
And you know what, Anthony? When our teams finally reach and win the Super Bowl, when we are 80 years old, it's going to feel great.
I'll be like 93.
Well, you'll be 80, and then I'll be 80.
Okay, eventually. I see.
So maybe you'll get yours first.
That makes sense. We could, yeah, because they couldn't win the Super Bowl the same year. All right. I just want to state for the record, my kids are not Falcons fans. I wouldn't put that on them.
Oh, okay.
If we got Lincoln's 3-year-old little behind on this radio station right now,
Who would he say?
would tell you Ravens. He
Can
likes the
I
Ravens.
interest him in a Steelers?
You
I'm
can.
gonna give him a Steelers.
I thought
I'm
Killian was going to go the Steelers route.
gonna introduce him to the Steelers.
That's fine. You can.
Yeah. Bring him up to the studio. I show him a ring and hey,
He may punch. He may give you a little double punch.
Double punch.
But I think you'd be okay with that.
You know what?
I would like it.
You
Do
show
it.
you make Killian a Steeler fan, Anthony. He might want to be a kicker.
Maybe.
He might want to be a kicker.
Like Chris Boswell.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the offense comes
Oh,
See what he did?
from. Unless you're in Ireland, of
Yeah,
course.
championships.
Hurt
I mean,
people.
hurt people. Hurt people.
Carey, I was
He's
root-
getting pretty good at this.
He is.
Carey,
He's
I-
getting.
He
You know what?
understands.
Carey, I was rooting for you
I'm
guys.
gonna clap
He
for you because
understands.
you're getting better at this.
I was rooting for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Last week, 2 weeks ago.
No,
In
in
Ireland?
the Super Bowl.
Which one? The one that Aaron Rodgers beat him.
No, well, actually, yeah, I was rooting. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. He's a Packer, or he was a Packer.
And a Jet.
No, when they
forget.
beat the Seahawks in Super Bowl 40 in Detroit.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
My sister-in-law was listening. She's a Steelers fan.
Hey,
Huge Mike Tomlin fan. She said Killian gave me the Steelers for my favorite team. She does like Mike Tomlin.
there you go.
So there you go.
Very-
Somebody in the family.
Very smart woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Killian bounces around depending on the hour.
Smart kid. He's a smart kid.
He was a Bills fan until Sunday night.
Choose the team that's winning, man. That way you
that's what he does.
never feel bad.
Killian's the only smart one. We were watching the Super Bowl the one year, the 49ers and the Chiefs, and he just went back and forth. He didn't care. All right, it's Fast Line on 101 ESPN. We'll have a very quick Bet the Board next on 101 ESPN. the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're going to have a very quick Bet the Board segment right now.
Oh, man.
Marsh, what are our latest standings?
Well, Jamie and Carey are perfect in the month of October.
Can't be stopped.
6 points for both of them. Anthony, you and I, not so perfect.
Stink.
With 4 points. But we're just above average.
So what, they have what?
6 points.
So we're chasing 2, huh? All right. Well, remind us who Jamie took.
Yeah, so Jamie loves his over 1.5 goals in the first period. That will be the Senators and Lightning tonight. Over 1.5 goals in the first period.
No, can we check that?
I typically like those plays as well. They're under the minus 150 threshold.
That's what we've been told. I thought he was going to go with the lacrosse game today. Surprised me.
I'm sure he thought about it.
Yeah. I'll take Saquon Barkley plus 15 yards, 15 over yards receiving, minus 1. Where'd it go? Minus 144.
Is that just first half for the game?
That's the game.
Okay.
The entire game.
Okay.
That's pretty
Got
nice.
like a 40-yard touchdown last week.
Son of a bee.
Get the ball in his hand. Get the ball to your playmakers, Anthony. Listen to me. I know these things.
Yeah. Hey, you and I are both play callers. I know.
I saw Anthony's his sheet the other day.
I was ready to go, wasn't I, Marsh?
Looked like one of those map tests that you took as a kid. Just a big, giant piece of paper with multiple papers just connected.
I told you.
And those kids are going to have to. No.
I pared it down.
There's a lot of good plays in there, kid.
Thank you, Marsh.
How many plays were there?
I didn't check.
It was too many. I know
I
it
didn't
because
check.
I know him. I don't give a damn. I know him. He showed it to you because you didn't want to show it to me.
Hey.
Because I'd have looked through that. I said, Anthony, this is too many damn plays. We've been through this.
There's not enough plays.
True story.
There's a play on there with the quarterback falling down.
It's too many plays.
True story. We were in the huddle at one point. Little guy Leo goes, "You have too many plays."
I keep telling you this, man. He's not gonna listen.
I said, "Leo, so I've been told."
Oh my God.
I pared it down. We only have 13 now.
Okay.
Down from about 40.
Yeah, that was way too many.
Marsh, what's your play?
I'm going to go Jordan Bennington over 22.5 saves tonight for the Blues.
I'm going to go.
I like that one.
I'm going to go Saquon Barkley, 18 or more rush attempts.
Nah, they're not gonna run the ball.
They gotta get that. They gotta get the ball in his hands, man.
Oh my gosh, he had 6 last week.
Yeah.
That's
Guess
ridiculous.
what? Market correction 2 nights.
Probably.
He's gonna have about 25.
Yeah, 250 yards
Is
total
there
offense.
any team that you notice more than the Eagles that when somebody says something or there's a narrative surrounding the team, they literally attack that narrative the following week? So, like, A.J. Brown is complaining, well, we're just going to throw A.J. Brown the ball like 15 times.
That's a good point, Marsh. It's a really
I
good
feel
point.
like it's all – this goes back to last year, too, when they were struggling at the beginning of the season and struggling. You know, they still were pretty good team, but it just seems like every time that there's some narrative surrounding the team, they always attack it. So I don't mind that play at all because he probably will just run the ball the entire night.
There you have it. All right, let's bet the board here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN at Week 6 NFL Pick'em Challenge. And boys, we have got to be better. Okay? We've got to be better with our picks. You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
No, you ain't paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
doomed.
Oh, yeah.
NFL Week 6 Pick'em Challenge next on 101 ESPN.
in St. Louis, and the Fast Lane is broadcasting live from Enterprise Center on your home of the Blues, 101 ESPN. Get ready to pick 'em. It's the Fast Lane Football Pick'em Challenge on 101 ESPN.
Refreshed by Bud Light, official beer of the NFL. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. So, again, we have some work to do in the Pick'em Challenge. We're down by 1 point after losing last week to the Rizzuto show. So, time to get our act together, gentlemen. Tonight's game we'll get into a little bit later on. In fact, the next segment we'll dive deeper into that one. But there's a couple of games that, I mean, I think this is just going to be a week where only a few games determine the week.
Not that last week.
Yeah, but even last week there was games that I think were more evenly matched. For example, you got the Broncos and Jets. We're all going to be on the Broncos.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're all going to be on the Rams against the banged up Ravens.
Correct.
We're all going to be on the Colts against that crap Arizona team. Correct?
Yep.
Colts. Yep. Man, yeah.
Steelers over the Browns.
Here we go.
Packers over the Bengals.
Yep.
So let's get into these other kind of coin flip games, shall we? Dallas and Carolina. Carolina has won both their home games, and they've actually looked pretty good offensively at home. You guys taking Carolina or
no?
Dallas.
Taking Dallas.
Taking Dallas. I think. Don't know when CeeDee Lamb is coming back, but there's something there with that Ryan Flournoy guy.
He's a local kid.
Is he?
Yes, he went to.
Didn't he go Missouri State?
Yeah. He went to SEMO. There you go. Yeah.
There's something there. Dak loved throwing him the ball last week. So, we could have questions about, well, who are they going to throw the ball to other than Jake Ferguson and Carey's guy and George Pickens.
GP.
But it seems like they've found something with Flournoy. Of course, CeeDee Lamb. Do we know when he's coming back? I think he was supposed to come back this week. I don't know if
I thought he was 4 weeks. I thought it was 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks. So
I don't think it's going to be this week.
We're in that time frame, though, so more than likely probably not. But a big question that we had was the running game before the season started. It seems like Javonte Williams has done a pretty good job for the Cowboys. Outside of that loss against Chicago, they've looked pretty good the past couple of weeks against teams that are lesser than them, in my opinion. I think Carolina's lesser than them.
I agree. I'm gonna take Dallas as well. By the way, so Flournoy went to Central Missouri, then to Iowa Western, and then wound up at SEMO. So, and he is a homeward Flossmoor. He's on the Yale side. Yeah, Chicago kid. But again, came to college down here.
Missouri.
Yeah. So I'm with you guys. I'm gonna take Dallas over Carolina as well. I did take Carolina last week just because they're playing Miami, but I think it's gonna be a tougher matchup. Plus, is Rico Dowell still banged up? He went off.
Yeah, 200 plus yards.
He went off last week, but then he literally had to be taken off the field because he was banged up. New England and the Saints. I imagine we're all on New England.
I got New England.
I do too. Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I know.
I'm not gonna play with flyer toys.
Alvin Kamara was banged up this week. I think he'll play, but does that change anything for you if you maybe were thinking New Orleans?
I think it would, but really the Saints. I like the Saints last week just because I thought the Giants were overhyped, but it doesn't matter. I think New England's the better team. Seattle and Jacksonville. I got Seattle.
I do too.
I think it's a bounce back spot for them. Jacksonville.
When will you lads learn?
Jacksonville's coming off the big win against Kansas City. They're going to read their press clippings.
Emotional win. Seattle. I've been telling you guys, Seattle's a better team on the road. For whatever reason, they have the 12th man. They haven't been as good in the past 2 seasons at home. They lose to Tampa Bay, who we put number 2 in our stack up. And that was a very close game. I think Seattle's a better team than Jacksonville. On the road, again, better team on the road. Give me Seattle.
Jacksonville at home. You watch
this is where we lose the pick'em right here.
Yeah, because you guys are picking the wrong
Or
team.
we could win.
The hell is wrong with y'all?
These are the games where you win and lose the pick'em. This one right here, I think, is the one that you win or lose the pick'em.
Chargers, Miami. Despite the Chargers' issues, I'm still going to take the Chargers.
They are banged up, though. They are. Amari and Hampton went on IR.
Yeah,
Alt is injured. Obviously, Rashawn Slater is out for the year.
Yeah.
I got the Chargers, but that might be a game where I flip. Like I may flip because if you're dealing with all of these injuries, I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, Anthony. I know you are. Who's running the ball for the Los Angeles Chargers?
Hassan Haskins and Kamani Vidal.
He's from St. Louis too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to take the St. Louis
Eureka.
kid. There you go.
Yeah.
Miami
Michigan.
is one of the worst teams giving up yardage against the run. So this should be an interesting matchup because we have no idea who actually will be running the ball for the Chargers, if they can even run the ball.
I might flip.
In the crap bowl, the Titans and Raiders, I'm going to go with the Raiders. Yeah. All right. Bucks. I'm on the Bucks over the Niners.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the Bucks as well.
Okay. And Lions and Chiefs. I'm going to take the Lions. I said they're the best team in the NFL, so I'm not going to back down.
I have the Lions as well. I may flip that one also. I'm on the fence.
I have Kansas City.
Yeah. See?
Why? They are a 2.5-point favorite, right? Or is it 2.5 favorite?
The Chiefs are laying 2.5.
This reminds me of the New Orleans game, and as well as the Miami and Indianapolis game at the beginning of the season, where this line, based on what we've been watching, to me doesn't make sense. I feel like a lot of people automatically assume that the Lions will win this game, and for good reason. But for whatever reason, that line is -2.5. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think the Lions are the better team, but the line concerns me because we've seen this happen in the past, and of course people have their speculation on things, and I'll just leave it at that. But I think that the Chiefs win this game for whatever reason. I really do. They're at home.
Are you taking them, though?
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I think this is also a game that could determine who wins the Pick'em. So if I'm wrong and we end up losing by 1 point, I'll obviously take responsibility for that. But
you could
better
do
man
the,
than me.
You could do the Carey and Jamie thing.
And put it on somebody else.
Correct.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
It's just not right.
I would like the Chiefs to get Brashard Smith more involved. What do you think about that?
I don't think they have any intentions or any plans on running the football, and I don't think they give a damn. I don't think they care about any of that. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to throw the ball 45 times. He's going to be the leading rusher again because that's what he does, and that's where they are in football right now. That's all they do. They don't run the ball well. They actually have been pass protected. Juwan Taylor, I haven't heard his name in about 2 or 3 weeks, which is a good thing. Hadn't had a offsides penalty, which I don't even know how you get that as an offensive lineman, or any false starts that I can recall. Don't think he had any last week, but I don't think that the Kansas City Chiefs have any desire to run the football whatsoever, or maybe they just are unable to. Maybe they want to, but they just can't. And so that's part of the reason why I picked the Lions, but I may flip to the Chiefs here shortly. I gotta think about it.
All right, we'll dive into the Thursday night football matchup next on 101 ESPN. Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 508. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. So tonight on Thursday Night Football, you got the Eagles and the Giants kick off at 7:15. Of course, we got the coverage for the Blues right here on 101 ESPN on your Blues radio network. So a lot of people will be tuned in to the Blues in the while. But with the NFC East matchup kicking off, I think, March, the most interesting aspect of this game is, of course, on the Eagles side of things. Had the Giants won last week in New Orleans, maybe it changes a little bit how we view this game, because now Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo would have been 2-0 since Jackson Dart took over as the starting quarterback. But they fumbled the ball 5 times, or I'm sorry, they turned the ball over 5 times last week in New Orleans, and they lose to a really bad Saints team. So again, now all the focus, in my opinion, goes back to the Eagles, and it goes back to what we were talking about the other day. Is the Eagles' offense broken? I think it is. The question is it an easy fix, or is this something that they're going to be battling all year? This is still a playoff team, still a Super Bowl contender, but I think that the issues right now, most of it's along the offensive line. And to Carey's point yesterday, Carey, you mentioned maybe the rhythm, trying to find a rhythm, trying to build off of what you're trying to do as a play caller. It's just not there.
I think when we look at this game, we obviously we're taking the Eagles on this one.
Right.
I think, unless you saw a vision or something of the Giants winning this football game, then maybe you would take them. I think Tanner has actually been saying all week that the Giants are going to win this one. I think it's been in jest, though. But I'm interested to see the offense go up against the Giants' defense, because the Giants' defense is actually not a terrible defense. I think the team as a whole, Jamie. Is not good, but the defense, though, I think could pose some issues for this sketchy offense that we're seeing from the Eagles. What do you think, Carey?
I think the Eagles are fine. I think we've talked about all of the issues that they've had. They are 4-1, unless I'm mistaken on the record. Last year they were 2-2, and they went and won the Super Bowl. I think it's just been overblown. Yes, you're going to have some issues in terms of rhythm, in terms of being in sync. It's a new offensive coordinator. I'm sure there are new offensive plays, maybe some different terminology and some things. And to your point, some of the offensive line has been kind of banged up. Landon Dickerson is out for tonight. But I think that they're going to be fine. And I think it all starts with running the ball. Saquon Barkley is your best player on that offense, in my opinion. Some people may disagree, but I think he's your best player because he can do the most. He can run, he can block, he can catch, he can do all of the things out of the backfield. He can line up in the slot. He is a defensive coordinator's nightmare to have to face. So you find different ways to get the ball into his hands, and then everything else loosens up. They're going to have to bring more people in the box when you're running the ball successfully. They didn't run the ball at all. Well, they ran it, but they ran it 11 times for the entire game last week. And Saquon had 6 of those carries for 30 yards. He was averaging 5 yards a carry. You stop giving him the ball for whatever reason. And so I think when you're looking at this offense, it's not as disjointed as people will probably make it out to be. Yeah, you're trying to get guys the ball. Yes, as a receiver, they are always wanting the ball. So what? Like, that comes with the territory. I understand that. If I got a playmaker, and if I'm a playmaker, you damn right I want the ball. I want to touch it 20 times a game. Throw it to me 18 times. I'm going to catch 17 of them. That's their mindset. But nobody said anything about Devontae Smith having a hell of a game last week. 10 carries over, I think it was 140 yards he had. Like, they are not broken. They're just not playing as well as most people would like them to play. You're still going off of that Super Bowl win that they dismantled the Kansas City Chiefs. And that was the end of the year. Things were clicking. Saquon was the offensive player of the year. Like, they had so many things going well for them. I think they're fine. I don't think it's as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. And, again, they are 4-1. It's not like you're looking at them saying they are 1-4 and they are struggling. No, they're leading the division. They're going to win the division again more than likely. And they're playing a team in the New York Giants on a short week with a rookie quarterback that don't know nothing. Like, he's still learning as this game goes on. So I think they're going to attack him, put him in comparable situations that make him very uncomfortable. And I think they're going to get after the New York Giants tonight.
Well, don't you think the questions that we have for this Eagles team is based on what they're giving us? Like, why? Like, I don't know if we have these questions if A.J. Brown isn't having the type of
you don't have these questions if Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator. But that's what the problem is. Like, it's a new voice. Like, I think to the people don't put enough emphasis or enough credit to that. Like, it's a completely different voice, a different mindset. We all watched the quarterback series, right?
Yeah.
And we saw how Jared Goff and Ben Johnson, they had the same brain.
Yeah.
That's only because they didn't have the same brain when they were their first year together.
Right.
They had been together for a number of years. So Jared Goff is saying the play in his head out loud. You can hear it. And Ben Johnson is calling it in. Thank you. Good job. Because they're all in sync, but that takes time. It doesn't happen, in the preseason. It doesn't happen in the offseason. It doesn't happen until you are forged through that fire to have to go through that. So for me, that's what the issue is. It's the being in sync, new voice, new mindset, different things that they're doing offensively that they didn't do last year. But it takes time. It's not broken because they're still winning games. They lost last week, but they're still winning games overall.
But my point is, I wonder if we have these questions instead of the narrative being like, man, this team is finding ways to win. Like, they're not playing their best football, but they're finding ways to win. We don't have that kind of mindset right now. Obviously, you do. But there's other people out there that don't have that mindset because A.J. Brown is saying stuff in the media. His body language is terrible. Devontae Smith, him walking, I know you said he had a good game, but his body language is not that great. Like Nick Sirianni, you never know what that guy's going to do. I'm saying they kind of put this on themselves based on how they're approaching things that are not on the field. I think that's why the media has these questions.
A.J. Brown literally had a book on the sideline that he was reading.
That was last season.
Exactly.
I'm talking about this season.
But that's my point. He was reading a book, and everyone was like, oh, my God, what is he? He was reading a book on the sideline, and people freaked out. Oh, he's not dialed in. He's worried. He's going to want to be traded. It was the same issues at times last year. Anthony called the man a fake Italian. And they won the damn Super Bowl.
Not A.J. Brown.
No, Sirianni. A.J. Brown's a football player.
Yeah, that's why I was questioning why you said it.
If I'm not mistaken, he compared him to Olive Garden.
Yeah.
I apologized.
He did.
I said I was wrong. I said
Olive Garden's got some good bread.
I said I was the fake Italian. I was the Olive Garden.
A.J. Brown
Italian.
was reading a book on the sideline last year, and everyone was up in arms. What is he doing? This is not, they're going to have a problem. He's going to want to get out of there. All they did was win a Super Bowl. So for me, looking at the same principle, same core players that they had last year, again, injury bug can change some things. Landon Dickerson being out tonight, that can change some things if that takes place for the entire season. But in terms of just being comfortable and working hand in hand with an offense, it's like a marriage. You're still figuring each other out. They are just figuring out what to call, when to call, how to call it, what they're good at, what they're comfortable at. They are the same players, but it's a different offensive coordinator. So for me, that just changes how you approach things. It's a different person. It's not going to be as seamless as it was last year.
I'm going to thread the needle between both of you.
Oh.
I think that it's human nature to watch what the Eagles did in the Super Bowl and expect that it's going to happen again. To Carey's point, instead of looking at it as, well, they still have A.J. Brown, they still have Saquon, they still have Jalen Hurts, they still have Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert, they should be hanging 48 on everybody like they did with the Chiefs or whatever they scored. But it is a different offense because there's a different commander. But, Marsh, to your point, you're like, hey, it is human nature to say we hyped you all off season because of what you did to the Chiefs. It looked perfect. Mm-hmm. It's just going to carry over again into the season, and it hasn't. But I wonder if at the end of the year we are looking at the Eagles like, okay, they're the same dominant team we thought they were.
We got a text from the Veiled Prophet, and I know Carey might be talking to him right now. Said, this is insufferable. It's the Blues opener. Damn right it is. And you all continue to vomit NFL.
Yeah, we talked Blues the entire first 2 hours.
That's what I just said.
And you know what, Anthony? If this person has a problem, they can send a question in.
Right now to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. So if you want more Blues, fantastic, send it in. And we'll do our part 1 of the Sports Six Pack next.
ESPN.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
To the question. Answer the question.
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, time for question one for the Sports Six Pack. If you got a question, fantastic. 314-399-9646. Before we do that though, do you guys ever picture like some of our listeners, not all, very very small group that like hop into their car and they close the door to the car, fire up the engine, and hopefully we're right to boom 101's right on, and they listen for 30 seconds and go, my expectations aren't being met. I better text the radio show and let them know. Boop, 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 boop. Because that's how I picture them.
Maybe.
Some of them.
Some people.
Question one, please.
Question number one.
Well, I think this is a great transition into our first question, which is a Blues question. We are, of course, an hour and we're a little over 90 minutes away.
Is the clock going?
Till Blues hockey.
We're too many minutes away from it. Let's go Blues.
That's it? Why? What's going on here? Oh, sorry.
Anyways, Carey, it's Blues hockey time. From the 314, do you guys expect the Jordan Kyrou hate to continue over this season, or are we past that now?
Let me ask.
Anthony, this is not your question. This is the texter's question.
Let me ask. What does he have to do for there not to be hate?
Score 50 goals.
Score 50 goals?
Yeah.
And then you still – because my point is
they won't hate him.
Some people just do not want to like Jordan Kyrou.
No.
If he scores 50 goals, they won't care if he plays defense or not.
No, I seriously believe that people will still not like him for whatever reason. They just won't. Look at his contract. We had someone text in the other day saying something like, so when are we going to trade Jordan Kyrou, when we were talking about contracts? And I was like, wait a minute. What? This guy is making $8 million compared to some of the other players in the league that he has the same potential to, in terms of points, to have. I don't understand it. And he has worked on his defensive game. His plus-minus, if you care about that, was much better last year. Mm-hmm. He clearly has had he has found chemistry with your newest favorite player in Dylan Holloway.
Yeah.
Those two were dynamic last year. You don't want that to continue? I don't get it.
I think that this goes to the first impressions that certain players make. And if they don't quickly endear themselves to those same people, those people just want to be right. So Jordan Kyrou, for whatever reason, did not endear himself to certain fans, and those people remain closed off, and they don't really care, and they see what they want to see. The other thing too is Jordan Kyrou's defense did improve last year, but not to the point
drastically
where he is like a top end, defensive forward.
Which he probably never will.
And he'll never be. So people are going to be pissed.
If he was a center and playing the defense that he had been, I can understand why people would be skeptical of that. He's a winger. He's not a centerman like Robert Thomas. It's a little bit different. And to me, he falls into the Ollie Marmol category.
Right.
Well, Ollie Marmol, granted, the Blues have had a little bit more success than the Cardinals have had over the course of the last 365 days, but he's kind of on, if we were doing like a Mount Rushmore, a real Mount Rushmore, like those two would be definitely two of the people on the hater Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other two would be.
Right now with the Blues?
You wouldn't need nobody else.
It's those two. John Mozeliak's probably on there too.
No, he's not. He's no longer.
Yeah, I think you have to take him down though now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we can retire Mo.
Yeah, I think who would be
you put Hein Bloom up there.
Who would be on the
hate him?
It's those two.
No, they're gonna hate Hein.
It's just
Bloom.
Kyrou
and Marmol.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's not another Cardinal that
people are annoyed.
Jordan Walker.
Oh, yeah. No,
they
good
do
call.
hate
Nolan
Jordan
Gorman.
Walker.
And Nolan Gorman.
Or Nolan Arenado. Which one?
No, I think it's
Nolan
Gorman.
Gorman.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Walker first.
Yes.
Yeah, they hate
So
him.
it's Kyrou, Ali, Jordan Walker, Nolan Gorman. That's the current Mount Rushmore
of
hate
of St. Louis fan hate. Yeah. All right, good.
Oh, DeWitt. What about DeWitt?
DeWitt, we just got that text.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be up there.
No, you take Gorman or Walker off.
I'm taking Gorman off.
I don't know.
I'm taking
all
Gorman
right.
We
off.
just go to fast lane.
Yeah, that's 5. Fast lane includes
Fast lane
5.
five.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good call. Nice job. All right, question 2, please.
You could do better.
Question number 2.
All right, let's find another Blues question, of course, for our Blues Sports Six-Pack Part 1. What?
Read the text line.
I'm trying to read all of them, Anthony.
No, not.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with you. I was just reading the text line.
All right, here's an interesting one from the 314. Do you think Vladimir Tarasenko gets booed tonight? If not, what team would he have to go to get booed?
I'll be honest. I completely forgot that Tarasenko was on the Wilds. Isn't that amazing? No, I don't think he gets booed.
I think it's been a couple
fans
years.
know?
Yeah, I don't think they boo him at all.
I think that only
And if they do, maybe it's all in good fun.
Well, you boo the players that are really good, and I don't know that Vladdy is at that point in his career where he's like really good. I think he was really good, but the further away you are, was this his 3rd team since he's been with the Blues? Nobody's gonna boo. Think about booing Vladdy.
Nah.
Is this his 3rd team? 3rd or 4th? Isn't
Rangers, Senators, Marsh.
When did
Rangers, Senators,
So he went
Red
from
Wings. Thank you.
Yeah,
Radford.
he was with the Red Wings.
And
he went
now this 4.
He was 4th or 15th.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Rangers, then he signed with the Senators, got traded to the Panthers, won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
That's 15.
Went to Detroit.
Hey, give a
Now
damn
he's
guys
about
play for half the league. We don't care anymore.
Nobody cares. With all due respect.
Yeah. And remember, I did say with all due respect.
I did say that means you can say anything.
Anything.
That doesn't mean you can say whatever you want.
No.
The heck does.
No, it doesn't.
All right, question 3, please.
Question number 3.
All righty. Let's see if we can find a non-hockey question, of course.
How dare you?
What are you talking about? What is this?
Shame.
This is Sports Six-Pack. We did get a text, though, from 314. For the record, that's how my voice sounds, but I don't complain about the show's content.
We appreciate you.
All right. Well, I did find a Cardinals question. I'm sure a lot of people care about them right now. From
Oh,
618, it's 2027, and the Cardinals are finally going in on a big free agent. Who do you guys want wearing the birds on the bat? Is it Ronald Acuna Jr., Stephen Kwan, Freddie Freeman, Logan Gilbert?
Is this a
Anybody
Wait,
else?
Did you say a Cardinals? This is a
Wait,
Cardinals
this is a
question?
Cardinals
and
question.
this is just any player ever? Like,
no.
That's
free,
available?
free agent. So a lot of these names.
Ronald Acuna is a free agent?
No. It's just we're
Free
putting
agent or-
we're putting ourselves in 2027.
Oh.
2027.
Okay, now are we having fun?
Why are you mentioning those guys?
I'm just reading the text, Carey. All right, don't shoot the messenger. I'm literally just reading the text.
Are we
You kidding me right now?
Are we having fun or do we need to be realistic? Because
It
realistically,
sounds like
you're not.
it sounded like he was just having fun with the names he named.
Yeah, like he was just like reading off the best players. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Hey, you know what?
We're not gonna
The
get
text
that.
line sounds like they're being very realistic. We got from Salty Bald Dad from Caseyville, 2027. Logan Gilbert, please. 314 said,
thought
"Did
that
you
was
just
more
say
like-
Stephen Kwan?" I did. That was one of the names that were listed on
Well,
that
I'm with.
text message.
I think that was
I'm
more
with
like Logan
Salty
Gilbert.
Bald Dad
Please.
from Caseyville.
A lot of people are saying 2027 is a strike season. They might be onto something.
Hey, I'm with Salty Bald Dad here from Caseyville. I think Logan Gilbert would be outstanding. Now, in the same text thread, though, the same guy said, I've been listening every day. Are you going to talk about your favorite team, the Cubs, Anthony? That is awful. I hate the Cubs. Logan Gilbert, though, I'm in.
How
I
much
say
is it going to
Logan
cost?
Oh, a lot.
Well, then you're out. The hell you talking about?
They're all out.
That's why I
Cardinals.
said it's got to be make-believe, right?
Yeah, it is make-believe. But if I'm making and believing, I'll say Logan Gilbert.
I think making and believing?
Mm-hmm.
The best way for the Cardinals to get one of these big-time players is probably what they've done in the past is build up your farm system. Sounds like they're doing that right now.
Yes.
And in a few years, you
With
trade pitching.
Thank you, Marsh.
But get rid of the pitchers that you that you don't want to be in your rotation, and get it right this time. But then trade for that big player with term, and then hope that you can sign said player.
If we're going to do this, let's do it right. Tarek Skubal, free agent in 2027. There you go. You want some names? Now, this is make-believe, of course, because we're not going to do any of this, okay? Right?
Yeah.
You with me? Or
I'm
with
with
me?
you. I'm with
you. Corbin Burns, you want him?
Can I get both?
But they're yours. You got them.
Yes.
Who else you like on this list?
Wait, can I read this text real quick? From the 314, they won't get any of them, but I guarantee they'll be, in quote, kicking the fast lane tires on everyone.
There you go.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to get any of them. Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is next on 101 ESPN.
on ESPN.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut's Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's the second part of the Sports Six Pack, part 2 here on 101 ESPN. It's Fast Lane live from Enterprise Center, and we got to get out of here pretty soon here, so let's fire through. Question 4, please.
Question number 4.
From the 636, do you think the Blues have enough depth should multiple players get injured?
Wow, why would we even ask that question?
Depends
Nobody's
on
going
who
to get
gets
injured. Nobody gets it. No one gets injured. Next question, please.
It depends on who gets hurt.
No one. What am I?
You know?
Is this thing on?
It's Bennington. Man, that's tough.
What are we doing?
Robert Thomas would be tough. But you did overcome Robert Thomas's injury last year in the regular season. Actually, you know what? He had to get red hot to do that.
Are you guys serious?
Dylan Holloway almost won the Winnipeg series without him. Which of course, you don't want
I'm out of
it to happen. So, I would say, depending on who it is and how many players, yes. Wow. And no. You know, if it's a Ravens site type situation, then no, not at all.
Anthony,
Question 5, please.
Oh, gosh.
Question number 5.
Clayton says, really excited for the Blues season tonight. That being said, what is the most memorable negative criticism you guys have received doing the show? And Anthony, I remember one time you got an email.
You got your email?
I did. I got an email once.
Yeah. What does it say?
Let me see here. Let me see
And
if I
from
still have it here.
It's from Patrick H.
Yeah, Patrick H.
I got criticized by my running back coach. I can't say it on air what he told me though.
Oh, here it is. Patrick H. Now, this was on Saturday, March 1st.
I don't know if I've ever seen this.
And this was almost at 5 o'clock in the evening, so Patrick thought it was so, worthy and important to email us that he did so on a Saturday. I have switched to, and he used a different radio station. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This may be the worst show I have ever heard. They don't back any of their different spelling on there. Wrong spelling. They don't back any of their thoughts up with stats or facts. You haven't, a 10-year listener. Just horrendous, especially cocky, fat A Stalter.
I wonder when he wrote
Patrick Harmon. Patrick H.
I wonder when Patrick H. wrote that. If he felt like he was
you know what, it's public now.
when Patrick,
what happens when you write an email, it might wind up on air.
When Patrick wrote this email, if he felt that the cocky fat A Stalter was necessary. Because I think that became personal.
Yeah.
He was attacking the show. He said,
but he made it personal with me
when he said cocky, fat, and you're not cocky or fat A at all.
Cocky, I'll give you a little bit,
but not fat.
Nah,
not fat A.
Nah,
Maybe he's saying you. Well, never mind.
Like I'm gonna get there at some point, Mark.
No, that's not what I'm saying
Patrick
at all.
Was what he was feeling that day.
A lot of hate.
Yeah, he's angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daddy Padre.
He's not listening, so it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's not here.
Daddy Padre says Marsh stinks so bad. Oh wait, that's his diaper.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Daddy Padre.
Wow.
Actually, those diapers now belong to Anthony. They're in his your cubicle now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I gave you those. I gave you those Depends. I hope you didn't give them away.
No, I wouldn't give those away.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case I, get stuck in traffic again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Huh. These people are mean.
Oh, they start saying things now?
Nah, it's okay.
Why don't we move on to the next question?
Yeah, let's do that.
Question number 6.
From the 636, you have to earn a living for the next 12 months doing either NASCAR, pro wrestling, or professional bull riding. Which are you choosing, and do you think you can make more money than you do on radio?
Oh, WWE, they paying, hell yeah. I'd be WWE. 330 days, I'm good. They travel all over the world. I'd do that right now. I don't know about NASCAR. You got to win. Like, I think I could pull some people in my direction. I could be, a heel, or I could get people on my side.
Oh, you'd be a good heel.
I could really play that character, I think wrestling would be my my calling.
Wrestling.
NASCAR, you got a
gotta
lot
be
of
good.
sponsors. You got to be good.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, too.
And you have to be very, like, not that we're not intelligent, but those guys are really intelligent, really, you know, decisive
smarter
and
than us.
quick and more athletic than people think I think people would give them credit for. Yeah, that's a tough job. And then you got to worry about, you think I almost got hit on the way coming into work today. Yeah, dealing with people that, I don't like being around people that can't drive. Now, all those guys and gals can drive, but I mean, come on. I get a little road rage every now and then.
There is no way.
Swap some paint with me. Okay.
There's no way on planet Earth that Anthony Stalter could be a baby face.
A baby face?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think so. Why? Did somebody say that?
No, like, I'm just saying you'd be a heel.
Oh, I see what you're in wrestling.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Anthony would have the face paint on.
Yeah.
He'd be like Sting or.
Was Sting a bad guy?
He wasn't, and then
When he turned.
Yeah, turned. Yeah, kind of.
Maybe that's me now.
What would Anthony's wrestling name be?
Like the Ultimate Warrior was a good one too.
Chip?
Face painted. Chip.
His name would be Chip, and then everybody.
Fire
up,
Chip.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd definitely be a heel. Carey and I would. Maybe we're.
Tag team.
We're
partner.
tag team back again. Rex
Yeah.
FX and Let It Begin. Or
Let It Begin.
Something.
Check it, correct it. Let's begin.
That's what we would say. It's exactly what we'd say every time before we went out there.
That'd be your intro.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. I think we accomplished a lot, guys.
Nah, not much.
Nah. Let's wrap up the show next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
ESPN.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or on the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcast information brought to you by Shaver Door Company. So thank you to him. And thank you to our guy, Dodie Rollman, who set us up down here. He's been here since 8 o'clock, set everything up for the BK and Ferrario show and our show. And you know what? It's his birthday tomorrow, too. So happy birthday tomorrow.
Birthday song, of
Thank
course.
you, sir, Dodie. Dodie's been a fantastic engineer for, as long as I've been here so long. But happy birthday, Dodie. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's get to quickly. What did everybody learn today?
I learned that I knew this, but no one's safe.
No.
Yeah, it's life.
Yeah, no one's
and
safe.
I learned, again, I keep forgetting this. It's cold as can be in here.
Yeah.
It's very cold.
Good thing you remembered your this
I had to go get it, but yeah.
Yeah. Marsh, what'd you learn?
I learned today that a lot of people think that the outfit that I have on is gray. They're saying that I'm wearing a grout fit. I don't know if that is the lighting in here, but I don't have gray on at all.
Just a grout fit, that's what it's called?
A grout fit.
I didn't even know it had a name.
Yeah, absolutely. But I have blue on because tonight is the season opener for your favorite hockey team, the St. Louis Blues.
Yeah. I learned that even if you edit something out, good 10 to 15 times, you still may read the part that you don't want to read at some point.
You got to redact that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. All right. 3 stars of the day.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Our 3rd star of the day is going to go out to the birthday man himself, Dodie Rollman.
Nice. Way to go, Dodie.
Yes. Although he took some heat today from Jamie. Jamie was trying
unnecessary,
to.
too.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
Under the bus.
Yeah.
But
ridiculous.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Our 2nd star of the day is going to go out to all of the listeners who wanted to hear Blues stuff today and did not mind hearing football as well.
Yep.
There you go.
Appreciate you.
Tune in tomorrow. You're going to get the same damn thing. Let's just set expectations, you know.
And
you'll get plenty of Blues. And
first
you will get other
star,
sports.
our 1st star of the day, and I agree with the 314. It's going to go out to Patrick H.
Nice job.
Wherever you are, whoever you are.
Patrick H. That is the last name.
You know what? You know what stinks too?
What's that?
He won't hear it.
Yeah.
No, he's listened to
redacted.
Redacted radio
station.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're going to get out of here pretty soon here. Alex Ferrario will have you covered in the pregame show. I'm sure he'll be joined by Joe Vitale and by Chris Kerber. Alex does a sensational job getting you ready for the Blues game. We will have all the coverage, of course, right here on 101 ESPN as the Blues take on the Minnesota Wild in the home opener.
They had the oblivious cam on this woman who they had the camera on her for 2 minutes before she realized that they were actually
I like that
she was on the screen. 2 minutes and 24 seconds, I think.
I mean, it's
impressive.
She's dialed into what was on her phone.
Well, the game hasn't started yet, so, you know, if she's still doing that when the game starts.
Here we go. We got another one.
Yeah, we got another
this one.
here.
I'm
This
going
one
to
could go the
predict. I'm
distance.
going to go 124 on this one.
We won't be able to hear it.
This is a fun game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
All right. We will be back tomorrow. Jamie is traveling. Carey will be with us for part of the show, I guess, from Champaign, right? You're getting ready for Illinois and Ohio State. So obviously we'll break down the Blues and the Wilds and get into some of the big college football games and the NFL games as well. So it's going to be a great day tomorrow. For Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, and Kerry Davis, I'm Anthony Stalter. See you.